Here we go. Let's see. Welcome, everyone. This is Will K-Mac Vintage here with Retro Techie already in
Oh.
and giving me some help here as this is my first time doing a live stream. I have to mute this. Um, anyway, um, what I'm here for is one, I'm going to start MARCHintosh a little bit earlier because I have a lot to do. And as you can see, I already put my MARCHintosh logo on my screen. And I'm going to start building my Lisa boards because I have like 5 boards to build for the Lisa. And I want to get an actually head start on it. And um, and because my actually Lisa is on the way to me by the actually ocean. So anyway,
Wow.
we will see what it can do.
What are these boards exactly?
Well, that's what I'm gonna. Let me go to my other camera here. All right, this is one of the reloaded ones. Okay, this is the main motherboard. This is where all the other ones attach. Okay, so the Apple Lisa has a cage that this sits on the base, and then the other cards one will go here, which is the actually I/O card.
Mhm.
One will go here, which is the CPU, and then the two actually memory cards. Um, I can show you why I need to rebuild this because one of them right now looks like this.
Ooh, okay.
Okay,
A little
and
green. A little green on one of those connectors. And rusted
very
too.
green all along here because the actually I/O board. Let me get the I/O board for you to see. Uh,
So does this mean you already have a Lisa and another one's coming?
one is coming to Cayman, one is not.
Okay.
All right, this is the I/O board, and as you can see, this is the one that sits right here. It sits in this first slot,
Okay.
and as you can see, the battery sat here,
Hmm.
and it exploded real bad, and has damaged all along here like crazy. I mean, it is terrible. Um, you want to see how bad this is? Let me go to my scope view.
You can see a different color on where the battery was
It
too.
is. It is real bad. Um, so you can see here how traces are completely gone.
Oof. Yeah.
Okay, and even resistors are actually eaten away. I think this one actually broke off completely. No, that one hasn't. Okay, but you can see how these traces are like completely gone. Everything here is gone. I mean, there's nothing left. It's all
Yeah.
gone. Um, Let me zoom in better. You can see. Okay. There's absolutely nothing here. All this copper that was here is gone.
It's all eaten.
You see. So there's just nothing left.
So are you going to be removing everything on this stream right now? Off. Well, that's not the same
No,
board
well,
though.
I'm not gonna be working on the IO board on this
No.
stream. What I'm gonna be working on more is the motherboard.
Okay.
And this is nasty down here and all. So I do have to actually rebuild both of those, and I have majority of the parts.
Where are you
Um,
getting it from? The States?
yeah, well, I bought it from someone in actually Colorado,
Okay.
and he shipped them to me in actually Florida. I bought both of them, and he sent me a bunch of extra pieces too. He sent me a whole extra cage with all the boards and everything. So I actually have 3 sets of boards. Um, and one of them is coming to Cayman,
Hmm.
and one is going to stay in Florida because a fellow collector, Jake, who happens to be in the chat right now too, Um, he's actually buying that one from me. So I'm gonna rebuild the boards and everything too. So that one will go to him, and then one of them will come to me.
Nice.
I got a very good deal on them. So I'm able to. You see, Jake is in the chat. He says, "Hey, Will."
Jake
Anyway,
Janowski.
yeah. Um, he goes by J Jan, and I don't remember the number on 68 and on Tinker. So anyway, and he develops a lot of stuff. So between him and I, we got some pretty cool things coming soon. Anyway, so that that IO board sits right here, and it leaked all over this.
Yeah.
Okay. So on this board, really, there's not that much stuff, as you can see. There's really not too much.
Mhm.
The biggest part are these actually connectors, and then you've got the plugs in the back and a couple resistors and transistors and that. There's only one actually chip that sits here, but you've got a couple resistors, capacitors, and mainly the sockets. And I was able to get new sockets. I mean, you can see.
I was gonna say, like, you're not planning on taking those. Those are like super green, the
No,
ones
no,
that are on
no,
there.
no. No, the only ones, everything on this board, I was able to buy new except for the video port.
Oh yeah.
Okay, apparently you can't find this 1980s port anymore.
Okay.
And these three zero force socket entries, because these work a bit different. Okay, how they work is that you got to turn this, and then that will open up. That'll open up the actual port,
Mhm.
because cards for the Lisa. Um, Hold on, let me find a card here. Okay, this is a card here for it. Okay, and if you notice how the edge connector is, it goes completely straight back. There is
Mhm.
not. It's not like these that has a piece like actually
Doesn't
that.
protrude. Yeah.
Right. So then when you go and put it in, okay, it will actually slide in and go to a certain point and then stop, and then you just lock it into place. You see?
Hmm.
So it just slides in. That's, you see, and then it will slide back out. So now these are next to impossible to actually find new.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
assume nobody's really
Yeah,
manufacturing that for anything anymore.
you don't see these too often. I mean, it's very rare. So these three I will have to take off and move over to the new board. Okay, but for the rest, just about everything else I have new, and I have it sitting all over my desk here in all different places. Uh,
And who made these reloaded boards?
these are on actually GitHub. A a brilliant female person, Joe. Welcome, Joe.
Where are the googly eyes?
Where are the googly eyes?
Come on, put them on.
Crap. I lost them. Hold on. I have to find them.
Stream's ruined.
There he is.
Perfect. Now you have to keep them on the whole stream.
I don't have the cool ones that Justin has that you can see through, so I can't do that.
Oh.
I wish I could. Here, we'll just do this. I will just do this for the whole stream.
There you go.
There you go. Done.
Your camera loves it.
How you guys doing?
Anyway,
today?
to answer your question, oh shoot, why is to answer your actually question, Retro, is that there is a female person that goes by the handle Alex the Cat 123.
Okay.
Brilliant person, and she has actually developed, or she has created numerous things for the Lisa.
Mhm.
And all the boards I have here, just about the actually motherboard. This is the actually the parallel card board. I have a SCSI board. I have the actually CPU board, IO board, and another cool one she's made, which I'm also going to build because I have all the parts for it here.
Jeez.
This is this little board, and this is actually Blue Scuzzy, but for the Lisa.
What?
Yep.
It's a blue scuzzy.
Okay, but it works with the with the Arduino. Okay, and then you put an SD card reader there, which I have also. I have that, and I have the Arduino down here. This is a Arduino Mega. This is gonna sit on top eventually, and then I have the SD card reader thing that's gonna go right there.
That is a crazy setup.
And then this actually connects to the Lisa, and it's like a Blue Scuzzy.
That's cool.
Wow.
Is that
Okay,
based on the predecessor to the Blue Scuzzy project?
Could be. I'm not sure what's. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is that she based it on, but I mean, it's she basically said on her page that one afternoon she was sitting down and she sat down and actually wrote this program that actually does this. So
Oh, I mean, just in an afternoon, whatever.
Well, I mean,
Smart people piss me off. They make me feel dumb.
He calls it the Arduino file. Okay, Arduino file emulator mode will only work with at least a 2.5 system. No actually 2.10 support. The Arduino is already being pushed to its actually limits on the 2.5.
What are your plans with this when it's done?
Well, because I like to collect, I like to have a collection or at least one of each actually machine.
Okay.
Especially the ones that are a bit rare.
And I'd say that one's rare.
Yes, this one will stay. This one will stay actually with me. So because then that adds to my collection of the items that are rare. Because I already have an Apple III. I have an Apple IIc Plus. I have about 3 or 4 128. Macintosh is 128. I think I got 3 originals and one that was modified, upgraded.
That's the one. I'm sure there's others, but that's an Apple computer that I know very little about.
Which one is that?
The one you're working on.
Lisa. Me too. Honestly, this is brand new to me. So I mean, but then again, all of this was brand new to me. I mean, it's all been brand new to actually a bunch of us. So,
yeah.
I mean,
Lisa's
hey,
very special machine.
The best way to learn about it is to dive into it, to read a bunch, jump on the internet, ask around, research it, find everything you need, and as you go on with it. But yes, I do have. I mean, you saw that one board for the actually Arduino file. This is for the actually parallel port. Then,
and she did all of these.
Yes,
that's crazy.
Except for one of them. This is the new actually IO board. All right, who's that?
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Don't show Joe an IO board. He doesn't like them.
He doesn't like them?
No, it sets off his personal alarm.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is the board for the power supply because the power supply is very bad and weak. And what this does is you take an actually ATX power supply and you take it out of the case, and then that's gonna mount there.
Mm-hmm.
You add a fan. You add your two actually switches back here for the monitor adjustment. You put a buck converter here. That'll take the 12 volt and bump it up to actually 33. You cut the ends off of the ATX power supply, and then they're gonna solder into all of these points here, and then this becomes your new board inside the power supply cage.
That's incredible. Hey,
So
before you continue,
you're
Jake Janoski's offering you a TAM.
huh?
Just Jake Janoski in the chat there. He wanted to offer you. I'm assuming offering you a TAM.
Yeah, he's been trying to sell me
What?
that, but I just
Offering you a TAM for
Well,
$0? Take it.
no. He wants to sell it to me, or
Oh, you want to
he
sell
wants to sell it
it?
to me, or maybe even I don't know what his plans are. I mean, I don't think it's. I mean, maybe an actually trade he's looking at doing it with Elisa, but I don't know if that's going to work.
Yeah.
I don't
Give
want to
Elisa
buy no
over
more
TAM.
right now. I don't want to buy no more right now. I am maxed out.
I wouldn't be trading the Lisa for the TAM.
No, me neither. I think I'd rather stick with my Lisa. Anyway, and then this is the actually CPU board.
Kapoo.
So you see, so I do have. This is the only board that this girl Alex did not make. This was made by um, War Mech. That's also on GitHub and on 68K and all that. He made a couple for the Lisa also, and this is one of them that he made. But the nice thing is with these boards is that all of the modifications, like if you look at the current, sorry Joe, I'm going to say it again, at the current IO,
Don't get
there's
him
no
angry.
alarm. Okay.
What the what? What am I doing? What? Why am I angry?
Because
What?
your alarm went off when he mentioned the IO board.
Oh, sorry. No, that was just a reminder for me to do actual after-hours day job work. But I already fixed it like earlier, so yeah, you're fine.
Okay. All right.
My
So
anger has been stated.
you see how there's a bunch of actually botch wires running all over the board and
Yeah.
everything on this. And the new board, you see here, that's all pink,
Yeah.
and they're running all over the place. The good thing is that in this new board, you don't need to do that. It's all been fixed. So there are no botch wires needed at all for this. So it's
Wait.
just
Was the bodge wires from the factory?
yes,
Oh yeah.
yes.
The Lisa kind of it. How can I put it? It suffered from development hell. Like we're shipping it, but we have these changes we want to make.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept changing it. And yeah.
I got a good trade for you. How about a Naboo for a repaired Lisa? That sounds. It's brand new.
Yeah. I already have a Naboo.
Mine will be online eventually.
You are a couple days and about $5 short.
Yeah, exactly.
Who in our community now doesn't have a Naboo? That's the real question.
So, and I will have the only Naboo in actually Cayman Islands.
What's the population over there, by the way? It's very small.
Right now, we are at about 72,000 people.
Gee, Christmas.
That's it.
That's
there
like
are more
a small
people that
town
go and
here.
watch a football game than we have living here.
Wow. Okay.
So, but hey, it's a small island. It is fun. I mean, I don't mind it. So anyway, so you see, I do have all the boards for the Lisa for me to rebuild.
Mhm.
I even got let me see where I put those. Give me 1 second here.
Yep.
Time's up.
I'm back. I was even able to source some memory boards just in case if I need them. But the ones in the two Lisas look actually pretty good. But someone was selling them and they were at a very good price, so I picked them up just in case.
Do you know the most memory you can have in one of those?
Isn't it 1 meg, Joe?
You are asking the wrong person
Oh.
that question.
No, I think it's 1 meg. It's
That
Jake.
sounds about right.
Jake, you
I mean, when
remember?
think
You
about
know?
it too, when the machine was in development, that was an absolutely insane amount of memory.
Well, I'm looking at the what is it called, Mac Tracker. It says max memory 2 megabytes.
Okay.
According to Mac Tracker, at least.
Yeah, but I think there's a mod that you can put in. I think that's Sun made a mod that takes actually Sims that you can put in, and although it's got 4 slots, you can only put in 3. I think it was. Matter of fact, I think I even have a picture of that somewhere. Jake, remember that picture that I sent you? Okay, 2 megs. Yeah, I sent you a picture of it once. I was like, what the hell is this? Um,
All done.
I can't find it now. But yeah, I ran across a mod. Yeah, well, it actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slots, and you can fill 1, 2, 3. You can fill 6 of them. That's the max. It was done by Sun.
Sun remarketing.
You're right. Sun actually remarketing made a memory board that you could stick in there, and it actually uses Sims. It uses Sims. I mean, I have it here on my phone. There. I mean, you can see.
Wow.
Welcome to Macintosh.
So yeah, it has got the Sims on it, and that's what I find strange to see. But anyway, but yeah, I did manage to buy three of these memory cards. They weren't too bad. If they work, I don't know, but they look in pretty good condition.
That's amazing. So on this stream, you're going to be taking out some components?
So then the other thing I got too, and I managed to get them from actually Italy.
Careful your address.
Yeah, it's covered. That's why I covered it quick.
You never know what Joe will do.
I know his address. Oh,
Yeah, you know it. You know the one the one up in the States, the Florida one. Anyway, these are the pads that are used for the Apple Lisa keyboard, and all it is really is just a piece of foam that's a bit cushiony, with some harder, very thin cardboard on one side, and on one side foil.
Foam and foil. Those
Yeah,
are awful. I hate them. They all need to be like ejected into a fire.
Won't they all like degrade on their own anyways?
that's why most of them you have to replace now because it's so old. It all depends how well the machine was actually kept.
All done.
So, what just happened?
Oh, I did it again. Somebody ordered a kit and I assembled it.
And you sent a built one?
Yeah. And it
No.
sucks to them they're not going to get a kit because I'm out of Picos. So,
Ooh.
I'll take it if you're setting it for free. I'll take it.
Okay, so Joe, I don't think you were in the stream when I showed this motherboard's condition.
yeah, I think it came in right when you
Okay, yeah.
when
So you can
came
see
in.
how
It's
that
just,
looks.
Man. Yeah, it's like, hi, I'm a rat and I'm going to poop here.
Now, this was the battery. This was the battery did all this.
I'm a battery. I might as well be a rat who pooped here. Yes.
Yes, true.
That's done.
So, but yeah, so on this board, all I need to take off is the actually video out and these 3 ports, these 3 expansions. So I don't have to do much else with this board because everything else I need I have new. These are all of the resistors, and then I have the capacitors, and I already have them marked where they all go and everything. So I will start putting them in, and then we'll go to solder. So
Very cool.
schematics are out there for this, and so is a build list. Alex, who designed the board, also designed carts for actually DigiKey, and
Yay!
everything is there. Exactly what you need to buy for where. You know what I like about this is I don't know if this is any problems or trouble, but I mean it even has the Apple computer on it, the actually board number. I mean even the same font, and even if you look over here in the built into the board is the Apple computer 1982.
It's a good old clone.
I mean,
Clone.
the board is like 100% clone. The only difference she did. Hey, Eric, how are you?
Do they still own the copyright to that? The computer? Does it after a certain amount of time? And like I'm talking American, at least in the States, after a certain amount of years, doesn't it?
I read something that Apple sold a lot of stuff of this to actually Sun, and now someone else has it.
Mm.
Not even Sun anymore.
Well,
But
they released the source code for the software.
yeah, for the operating system that has been released.
Okay.
That has been released. But it has changed hands a couple times, and right now I don't even. I mean, it's not Sun anymore now. Now it is. Shoot, Jake, do you remember who the new ones are? It's the
I think
same
it's
one.
Joe.
No,
Joe owns it.
Jake
No,
in the
Jake,
text.
No, I mean you own it, Joe.
I own what?
You own
The Lisa design?
That's right.
Yeah, you
It'll
know
be on
it,
your
just,
website.
Just send all your right there, all your royalty checks to jcm-1.
Or you can jump onto coffee.com, KMac Vintage, and actually
Yes.
do a nice contribution right there for me.
Give Will contributions. I've got enough contributions to, choke a dead horse for years.
So one of the difference Alex did make on the board is that the original motherboard was actually 4 layers. This one is only 2. So that's one change that was done. So R1 I don't need anymore.
Coffee.
So yes, I do have a coffee set up now, and I'm even setting up a small shop on there.
I came this close to ordering stickers today, but then decided not to. Like, I don't want to have to send them all out.
Retro Techie, I got your favorite camera ready for you.
Oh, is it shipping station? The shipping station. I love it. That's the best.
I actually haven't beat on that. I actually have an shipping person, because I make the things, but it's so expensive for me to ship them out of Cayman. So I send them to Jake, and then Jake actually ships them out for me.
Wow, I need a shipping person.
So I have a shipping person. I don't have a shipping station. Thank you, Jake. One of the things that we've recently one of the things that I make that I recently sold was the Apple III to Apple II floppy connector, which is this is the board for it, and all it is actually 2 connectors and an SL chip on it. And it's got an resistor also, and then that's it.
And you designed that?
No, this was designed by someone else. So it takes a LS32 chip.
Jake is saying there's only one Apple III floppy EMU or EMU left. Well, emulator, so it'd be EMU.
Well, because it allows you to connect the floppy, it allows you to connect the floppy EMU to the floppy to the Apple II side, and then connect it to the Apple III, and then you can boot up off of it. You can put the software. I mean, because it's the same as Apple II. I mean, it will boot up. So that allows it to boot up very easily. I mean, I actually have one connected to mine right now back here.
Universal RGB adapter. I can print this.
RGB. But it's not the right RGB.
Red, green, blue.
You see, so I basically have I have my EMU here, and then that's connected to this guy, and then I connect this to the Apple III, and I can boot up off of this.
Super cool.
Move all the things.
Very convenient.
So yeah, it is, and I don't need to do anything special. I mean, what these things are selling for $12, because what it is that the connector, the actually connectors is what adds up the price.
I think they should go on Joe's website too.
So
go on Joe's website and do what?
You're gonna make those connectors Will was showing.
What?
Not connector, but the board.
Yeah, IDC 20 to IDC 26 for the Apple III.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been thinking about it for a long time. I just have to have time to sit down, design it, and do it.
You don't have to design it; it's there.
I know I don't have to design it, but I also don't want to just copy somebody else's thing.
No, well,
Yeah.
he has it released openly, and really, I'm doing it at cost. I'm not making anything on this. So that's
I also have a way to do it with just two IDC crimp connectors and a tiny little piece of cable.
yeah. I did it. I did it with a bunch of jumper wires. I mean, beforehand, I just used actually a breadboard jumper
Yep.
jumper wires, and I connected it that way, and it actually
Done.
worked. Yeah, yeah. You can do that too.
Yep. Just plugs into the Apple III side, and then you plug your literally any Apple II drive into that, and it just works. The extra pins were used on the Apple III as some sort of like weird drive control or drive numbering scheme, and nothing was ever designed to use it anyway, so it didn't matter. Works on both the internal and external ports. Do. You get to watch me pack another order because that's interesting or something.
The lifestyles of the rich and the famous.
Well, not actually rich and famous yet.
Lifestyles of the financially stable and semi-internet popular. There you go.
Yeah, that's about right.
There's somebody in my area selling supposedly a brand new in-box Panasonic color TV from the 80s. I'm very tempted. 1985, 14-inch with remote control. And there's pictures of it in the box. But who knows, like, if they're just like
for this.
kind
Wow.
of see.
But they ruined it. It's not sealed anymore.
That's right. Yeah, not sealed. That's it. That's the only pictures. But I'm very tempted.
Ooh, excuse me.
Oh, all of this, true whole stuff.
Jake, he's asking $65 Canadian.
What is?
The guy for the TV.
Oh,
And file print. Go.
I've seen some pretty good buys recently, but I mean, I am full. I have enough. I still have machines here. I haven't even touched.
Welcome to my land, sir. Same. Like, look at this beautiful Naboo back here with all the stuff on top of it to make the network adapter work, and it's been back there for 2 months.
Mine's at least plugged in.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't have the adapter yet, though, but it's plugged in.
I have so many. Like,
I played around with mine when I was up in the States, and I got my cable made and I connected it and tested it, so I know it works. Now it's boxed back up and gonna come down to me by the ship.
On a boat.
Yeah, at least it's not a slow boat from China.
I was playing at one of my kids playing with my iMac back here. It's the not the first. It's like the 2000, right before they switched over to the slot loader. It's running off an SD card. I posted about it on. Made some shorts and I posted it to like low end Mac and all that, and I had some people like commenting, like chewing me out, saying, "Oh, that's not really good for performance. You're gonna lose all your data." It's like, I'm doing it for fun. Like I'm not using that machine to keep my taxes. It's just proof of concept that it's funny to me that an old machine from the late 90s, early 2000s is running off an SD card with like 32 gigs of memory on it.
You know what happened today? I had a dental appointment this morning at 10. I just flew back into the island yesterday, and I had a dental appointment today to put in an actually implant. So today I went in for them to put in the base, so that in about 3 months they can put in the actual implant. Now down here on the island, we don't have dentist that can do all of this. So the different dentist offices have actually specialists that will come in for like a week every 2 months or so, that they will fly down and they'll come in and they'll do the work. So a specialist was down here and he was doing mine. First time that I met him. So anyway, so he asked me what I do. I told him, well, I actually collect and I repair vintage apples.
Mm.
And he was like, "Oh my God, I've got like three or four laptops sitting in my house in the States that I'm not doing nothing with. So next time when I come down, I will actually bring them down and I'll give them to you."
Nice. Free is good.
Never hurts to know people.
So sitting in the dentist chair, I managed to get a couple potential laptops.
I love that.
Do you know what models they are? Did they say? Or is it not
No,
sure?
I'm not sure which ones. So
Okay.
but anyway, we'll see. We'll see when he comes down next time.
So, what generation is your favorite for Apple machines, Will?
Mine, I'll tell you, I skipped. From the time Apples came out, I was never with Apple as a child. Okay, I was actually Commodore person.
Okay.
Blasphemy!
Yeah, and then in actually high school, I went right to well, because my parents lived in Cayman, I went to a private boarding school. Okay,
Okay.
up in the States, and that school was using Zenith Z80 systems, and they were using Tandy, Radio Shack,
Mhm.
TRS Model 3s, and that. And then while I was there, they started branching out into the PC side. So I never really got into the PC side. I mean, sorry,
Okay.
into the
Apple. Yeah.
Apple side. Um, Not until now. Not until a couple. I would say about 10 years ago, I dove in. I bought my first Apple, and it was a laptop that I bought. And then from there, I used it for a bit. I didn't really feel too comfortable with it, so I didn't use it for a while. And um, then like, I think about 6, 7 years ago, well, in 2016, I bought the MacBook Pro, and then I really started working heavily with it.
Mhm.
So really, I mean, I skipped years of the Apple.
Mhm.
Okay, I mean, I knew people that had the Apple IIs and had the Macintoshes and so forth, but I really never got
II
into them.
forever. Apple II forever.
But if you had to pick a generation or a few machines, what is your preference that you like to work on?
Surprisingly, believe it or not, I like the CI. I don't mind the actually SI either.
Okay.
I don't like working on the Color Classics.
Oh yeah, why?
Well, I don't like working on any of them that have that actually edge connector.
Okay.
Okay, because all those have to slide in there,
Mhm.
or especially for like the Color Classic, you cannot probe anything.
Yeah, they are hard to work on.
Okay, I
And that
mean,
connector is proprietary, so the only way to get some sort of breakout board is to like scavenge a dead one.
yeah, well, that's what Jake actually likes to actually design boards and all that. So him and I have been talking about that, about trying to find trying to find a junk Color Classic or something, so that we can take the actually connector and use them, and we can make. He can design a board for me that then I can use to actually bring that outside. And believe it or not, the Apple Lisa is the same way. Okay, because these boards have to sit inside the cage, and then the whole cage has to slide into the machine.
Despite
But
all my rage, my Lisa still mated with the cage.
but the guy Warmack, who also designed the CPU board, created some actually breakout boards that they will sit right here and then bend it out for you. And I actually have those too. But the thing is, I need to buy more of these connectors, and these are like almost $20 a piece.
Oh yeah, those card edge connectors are
Yeah.
expensive.
So I didn't buy any of those for now. So
I'm an outlier.
Here, just have
My favorite stuff are the Power PC, so it's very different than what you're doing.
yeah, I haven't worked too much
weirdo.
with Power PCs. I do have some of them.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I have an 8500 sitting behind me here that's in pieces right now. Oh, I hate that plastic case. I hate it. I mean, I just look at it and I can see the plastic break.
Oh, it's just yours. The rest of them all held up very well over time.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
Ignore all my machines. No, you
I
can't
mean,
see. That's
everything on that is
Christ.
broken. Even the tray for the floppy drive and the hard drive, even
Yeah.
that's broken.
Of course.
Yep.
They're good for the environment. They just fade away into time.
They have degradable plastic.
But
Exactly.
I do like the speed of the 8500. I mean, I had that board sitting on the bench here working on it and testing it, and oh my god, that machine hauls. It's fast. I had my Quadra 900 board that I rebuilt and all that too. Well, that I fixed that was real bad bombed. That one too flies. That one is a good machine too. It's not as fast as the 8500. But it does well.
Yeah, I'm more the later Power PC, so like the iMacs, the G4s, the G5 to a point. Like I love taking out my quad, but then it sounds like a jet engine that's starting up when you use it, right? And I think that it's one of those machines that everyone has an opinion on. So they'll tell you online, like, "Oh, you gotta take it out, flush out the cooling, and do this and do that." And it's like, can I just use it? Like, I don't want to be taking out a radiator out of a machine that I know nothing about the radiator. So
Now, if you see,
Make sure it doesn't leak, and you'll be fine.
if you see back here, well, in the back
behind
there,
you,
behind
Yes.
me, I've got I've got those 3 aluminum cases that you see there.
Yeah, right in the middle.
I got one that's in another room that's in pieces.
Mhm.
I've got some of the G4s underneath there.
Cut
So
my
I do have some of those, but
nonsense.
I haven't messed around with them yet. I haven't even done a damn thing with them.
No.
No. I mean,
Well-
I even have the monitors and everything for them. I mean, I've got a 27, one of the bigger screens sitting at a table back there behind me. I mean, you can see it there,
Yeah.
right there.
The HD one, yeah.
Okay, there is the Apple III sitting right there that I was working on. But I really haven't done much with them because I've been having actually reloaded boards and things to do. I managed to help Ron, and Ron now has one of these also, a reloaded one.
Yay!
Oh, very cool.
So he has that. He hasn't done anything with it yet. He is going to do a video on it and all that. So he has that.
Is that where you took that board that I worked on and reworked it onto the reloaded for him?
No, and a matter of fact, I took a different board that I had and I built a new one. I did a reload for him, and I sent
the
him
one
that.
I worked for him is cursed. It like will work, and then you look at it from across the room, and then it stops working.
Yeah, I have that board
Son of a-
sitting. Matter of fact, I have that board somewhere back here.
Yeah, it's just randomly. It has to have like a bad interior board trace or something like that.
This is it.
Flex it sometimes, and it works and doesn't work.
This is it right here. This one.
Yep.
Because it's got the one with the actually broken memory sim socket.
Yeah.
That's the one of his. So because I was going up to Florida, I didn't want to wait until I got this board, come down to Cayman with it, do the transfer, and then send them that one back when I go back up sometime in June. So I went ahead and I did a reload for him, and I sent him that one, and then I get this one. So I just did a swap for him.
100 enough.
But I have this one reloaded here that I'm finishing up. I don't have no one. No, that's not a board for anyone yet. That's just one spare that I'm doing.
I need to make one of those.
And then I'm gonna do the one for Ashley MARCHintosh.
MARCHintosh.
Who's in here? Well, only one Apple 3 flop email. Okay, yeah, I'm yeah. Anyway, well, actually, Jake, you remember you're actually 7500 prototype. Isn't that one down here with me?
You have a prototype?
Well, it belongs to Jake, but it is here with me.
Is there anything vastly different about it?
Hold on.
Or is it like with the iBooks there, the clamshells where Apple just sold a bunch of the prototypes? It said PVT on the boards, but it was just like the final product no matter what.
The only thing that's vastly different on this that I see is one, it doesn't come with the ROMs on it.
Okay.
Okay. And then they have this. And that is completely all.
Is it like a coprocessor or something? What is going on with that?
What all that is over there, because I don't know what chip is under it.
Oh, rip all that out. Let's take a look.
No.
What
Jake will
the
be
hell
fine
is
with
that?
Okay.
What is that?
This is an actually prototype board. It's a 7500 prototype.
Well, the way my 7500 runs, it doesn't surprise me because mine acts like a prototype.
So, but I can't really test this. I can't do anything with it yet because I don't have a ROM for it. Because Jake is actually trying to find a ROM.
It says it's EVT.
Yeah, this is an actually EVT board. So
That is. I think you should take off all those wires, pull everything out, and we'll see what's underneath. And,
Yeah.
Well, as long as you're really, really you take super high res pictures, you should be able to put it back at the very least. Load file. Sure. Why not? Please select a file to load.
And then Jake, that actually 475 you sent me that I have too that you just sent me. What is that one? Isn't that one an actually EVT or a prototype also?
Okay. And
so anyway, so I have all the actually resistors put in.
time to SATA.
No, well, I think I'm gonna put in these actually few capacitors that are here, not those two.
Be a rebel. Do the parts biggest to largest. We want to see you suffer on stream.
Biggest to largest.
Yes. Do
Biggest to largest.
Order.
Biggest to largest.
Sure. Yeah. Put all the big
Smallest?
sockets on there first. Did I just say biggest to largest?
That's why we repeated it.
Yes.
Am I seriously? Do I have like aphasia or something? Am I like getting dementia?
Live on stream.
Solder fumes.
Okay, so where do these two go? C13 and C14.
Oh, the pack of the kit. Stand by.
I'm just gonna sit here.
So yeah, so
Absolutely
Jake
nothing.
did send me a Performer 475, and that one is an actually PVT also, but it's not working. So I gotta see what I can do with that.
Jake, where are you getting these things? I'm curious. These eBay specials?
Where are you getting them? And who do we have to bribe in order to get entry to this location?
That's right.
Well, I think you really need to find out Jake's story. He isn't actually a young person. Got one of the very large collection. Still in college studying this stuff too, isn't he, or something like that?
Maybe there is no Jake, and it's you.
No, 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 it's
Oh.
not me. I mean, you see my hands here and someone typing, so it's not me.
Don't
Search
pay any
Apple
attention to the man
prototype.
behind the curtain.
Search Apple Pro on eBay. I'm good not searching Apple prototype on eBay.
Here, sticker. For the first time ever today, somebody actually went to my website and ordered a sticker.
Just one
Not a
single
mug.
sticker?
What?
Just one sticker?
One sticker. That's all they ordered. It was my first product. It's been up there for like 6 years,
Wow.
5 years, something like that. And somebody just wanted a sticker. I'm like, all right,
Okay.
sure.
There's
I'm too cheap to make them.
Stamp, basically.
there's one other board too that Jake sent me that he wants me to work on. This guy. You seen this before, Joe? Jake, what board is this again?
I have not seen that before.
It's an actually testing device before actually tech step.
Ah, gotcha.
So Jake, you there? Use for Apple Cat. That's what he says it's for. It's
Scuzzy loop back.
a SCSI loop
Yeah,
back.
that makes sense. So you basically can connect certain SCSI pins back into the serial pins or whatever, so you can see if they light up and do the thing. Yeah.
Joaquin says came out of Sweden.
So now, Joe, these actually 19 DB19s that are so difficult to find, metal.
Yeah.
But what about plastic, like actually this? Are they hard to find that way too, or can they be made?
The plastic IDC ones like that, as far as I know, are impossible to find. They're they're just not.
Look at this. This is plastic. Can it be made? Can we print them?
Yeah, it's a standard DB to IDC connector. Can it be made? Sure. The issue is
The pins.
The process to make it. So each of those pins is just an IDC pin, basically.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking about
And you could 3D print the whole thing, and you could probably get just blank pins and then heat set them in. You get a jig, and you could probably heat set them in, and then after that, IDC it together. In theory.
Yeah, but technically, then if you have the pins coming out the backside, you don't need a ribbon cable. You just do it the same way you did your actually video thing. You just slide it onto the board.
Now the standard, hold on, stand by.
You see, that's what I was thinking. That I mean, why can't we actually 3D print these things and use and?
It's getting the pins is the problem. Getting blank pins is the issue. So you can still get
buy
these
a shitload of headers and just take it apart and push it in. So yeah. I mean, I did buy 2 of them because I have a project that I'm making that is going to need them. But it's just
I have 100 of the last 2,500 left on planet Earth.
No, I have got.
No, I won't tell you publicly where I got them.
I've got 330 pin SIM sockets.
Brand says you still can get the pins for the DB19.
So that's why I'm just wondering how we can make this. I mean,
it's just a factor of 3D modeling. Step 1 would be if you can find what's called a parameterized or parametric 3D model of a DB connector. That's going to be the first step, because then you can. I'm going to step back and say the program OpenSCAD. It is a programmatic way of making 3D models, and it's really easy parameterize it. So you could set up all this programming that at the very top of the file, you just put in number of pins equals 19. And then all of the program would like adjust it to match the size. So if you can find a parameterized DB model somewhere and just tell it 19, then that will get you a 3D file you can print.
So
and
you
then
think
you
we
just
can
specify.
find? You think we can find an DB19 data sheet that will have parameter measurements
Well,
and everything?
Joaquim here, or Joachim or
Joaquim.
Yeah,
or Joachim. I mean, I'm sorry, everybody pronounces the name differently, but I will go with Joaquim. Joaquim, I have modeled the DB19 already in Fusion 360. Well, then there you go. You already have it. So DB19 does actually not match the other DBs. Well, but it's just making a 3D model. Worst case scenario, you get a piece of modeling software like OpenSCAD or Fusion 360 or Tinkercad or something, and a pair of calipers, and you measure everything. You create a quick little model, print it, see if it fits, do 3, 4, 5 different test prints until you get it fitted properly, and then you get the pins and you set the pins in there and you're done. It's a lot of labor.
Yeah, you see, he's saying it is 2.77 millimeter pitch
So it's non-standard.
2.54.
Nice.
And 2.84 millimeter on the height. Okay, so you are.
That explains why it was such a pain in the ass to get them rebuilt.
Yeah.
To commission to get them redone. That when Steve Chamberlain did that for the Big Mess of Wires project, or not Big Mess of Wires, for the floppy EMU project.
Yeah. I did manage to get some off of eBay, but they were like almost $14 a piece. So
yeah, they're expensive.
And for this one thing that I've got, Hakeem, Jake, and I have actually developed that we're going to be releasing soon. It's going to need them. So
I have a contact in the Apple II community who may be able to hook you up with those connectors in bulk, and they cost pennies a piece.
Now, that would help us lower the price of the product that we're gonna be releasing soon.
So just get with me on the back channel, and I'll get you a name.
Okay, it would be
I'm
great.
Sorry to gatekeep folks. Anybody who's
appreciate
watching,
it. Huh?
but these, I was just gonna say, I'm sorry to gatekeep for anybody watching, but these DB19 adapters are like hen's teeth, and we're just trying to protect that resource for those who can actually do something with it. That's what I'm doing with it. I'm very protective about that specific resource, just because
I don't
so
blame
hard
you.
to find.
I don't blame you. They are, and
anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry about all that. Back to the shipping table.
So anyway, now I have put in some of the capacitors and all of the resistors. So yes, I'll go ahead and solder some of these in now.
I got ahead of myself. I have to actually, package it.
No.
I'm going to send him an empty box. He's going to be really angry at me.
Oh, I got this one resistor that I need to look at the schematic where this goes. This is the special one.
Resistor is futile.
Yeah, where did I put that paper? R3. R3 is a 10K. So if I can try to get some of these boards rebuilt for the Lisa before my Lisa gets here, it's great, because then as soon as it gets here, I can test them.
Pretty cool.
So anyway, let's go solder these items.
Solder. I'm just going to be shopping on Facebook right now.
Oh yeah, Eric wasn't here. Is he still on the is he still in there somewhere?
Well, his name is showing up. I'm assuming he's still here. I like his new look.
Yeah, a streamlined.
And Steve is here.
Oh yeah, Mac84. Welcome, Steve. Thank you.
Eric, you should join. Steve, you could join too, for only $20. See, I'm getting you your coffee support.
One of the best things that I bought on this trip that I came back with is this guy.
What is that?
This is the solder holder dispenser for the reel.
Oh.
It's made it so much easier for me to solder quicker and get done.
Boop. And boop.
I'm guessing Apple never had the need for a PCB mounted mail, since all the external floppies used a cable going directly to the PCB.
So here we go. Let's.
And boop.
Soldering has started on the Lisa.
Lisa, it's your birthday. Singing it off key on purpose, so Will doesn't get a copyright strike from Michael Jackson's estate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think they're gonna really come after you.
That's why I don't use any music or anything.
What's next?
I guess I could use some of the things that are approved by YouTube to use and this and that, but
You could.
more
Is
stuff
someone-
from.
Go ahead,
Hmm?
sorry. I was gonna say someone's selling a vintage Commodore PET. As they spelled it.
Steve!
No, vintage. They wrote for $1,000.
No.
I have seen those things go for quite high.
One at a time I went to Vermont in the States. I almost bought one from a it's a charity, like a charity shop. They resell, like they hire people from the community, all that. They wanted $350 US for it.
No.
It was repaired. It was functional. I
It's
couldn't
only
do it.
worth $350 if I can shake it and hear a whole bunch of functioning SID chips inside it. Like just the open space is filled with SIDs.
Yeah. I didn't buy it. I told them, I'm like, that's more than my car is per month. Like, I'm not buying a computer. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Bye, Jake. Thanks for stopping by. Gotta go get some food.
Jake
I
is
made
leaving.
homemade fajitas tonight.
Fajitas.
Fajitas.
Yeah.
They were delicious. They're
Well,
super easy to make.
Doesn't bring any of us anything.
No, but if I burp really hard, you might smell it. Oh my gosh, it's Eric. Hi.
Yay!
Welcome, Eric.
Hey,
Oh, that was the only one.
Oh, what am I doing?
Eric, put on your helmet. I like it.
nope.
Oh,
Oh, come on. You're not going to put that on?
Oh, maybe at the end of MARCHintosh I'll put it on.
I need to do something for Will.
oh,
So I'm working on a MARCHintosh project.
Yeah, that's what I started too, because this is going to take some time. So I already starting on them.
Yeah.
So, Will, you need something to give away for MARCHintosh, don't you?
Yes, and I am doing something.
Well, I have a little doop-a-doo here we can build for you to put in that something. How's that sound?
Oh, that sounds great.
Little donation to your channel for your viewers.
And from Mr. Ron, he has a case and an analog board and a power supply with a CRT.
Well, he will when he gets my box.
Yeah, okay. So that's coming from you then, the analog board and the power supply.
Yep.
Okay, great.
So I
Thank
need to
you,
ship
Eric.
this to Ron then. Okay. Because he's
Yes.
going to ship you the whole thing. Got it.
Yeah, because for it to come to me in Cayman is ridiculous. So, um, because
Of course.
I'm gonna do the board, reloaded board, and hopefully the RAM. I'm gonna make some actually 4 megabyte RAM sticks once I get my blank PCBs.
Yeah. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Because
I've got Steven still stuck in my head.
and then I'm gonna make custom ROMs for it because instead of using a ROM sim, this board is gonna use ROM PLC sockets.
You should hack it so that instead of playing the standard chime, it plays the national anthem of the Cayman Islands.
There you go.
That would be probably shorter than the chime. Oh. Okay, so all of these are soldered in.
Oh, wrong mouse.
Let me come back to my other view here.
Normal view. Yeah.
So time to do snip snip.
Sounds
I got
painful.
tired of my bench getting all scratched up on this nice wood because I bought like a $500 workbench here. Well, it came in price. So I got this nice big mat that I'm down with me to put on it now, and
Is
probably
it
one of the best buys I did.
But it's war wounds. It's showing you've used it. That's the whole point of it.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have one of those same anti-static mats that I have. That says like it's heat resistant, and the moment you like breathe on it heavy, it melts.
Well, it does have the 2 connectors in the top corners. That I mean, I can connect a wrist and ground the other side of it, but
Yeah, that's how I have mine set up. Yeah.
down here, I don't need to worry about static.
Oh, that's right. You have this thing called moisture in the air.
What's moisture?
Yeah, I know. It's like
Oh, that's the stuff that comes out of my humidifier that barely, like does
yeah,
anything.
it takes like
Yeah.
3 years to fill up.
That's what we get for living in the Great White North. Oh, wait a minute. Retro Techie's in the Great White
I
North.
live there. Yes, exactly.
We're in the Great White North's pants.
Boy, I tell you, last week when I was up in Florida and it got down to actually 68, I was cold.
Hold on, let me convert
68 is t-shirt weather for me.
Yeah, that's like we play softball in that.
It's
Yeah.
20 degrees Celsius. What are you complaining about?
I'm not used to it.
Oh my god. It's well, let's convert it for you. Hold on.
It's actually it's slightly less than 20, isn't it?
20
Isn't 20
times
about 70?
1.8 plus 32.
So right now it's negative 15 where I am, so it's 59 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ugh.
59's not bad this time of year.
For me now, it is 77 Fahrenheit outside.
Now I gotta check and see what it is for me.
What's the immigration policy?
Yeah.
For just
Cayman
visiting,
Islands.
living, working, or what?
For living on a beach.
Moving there
in a hut.
permanently because weather.
If you want to retire here, you can get actually a retirement residency, but I think
It's probably
Yeah,
about
that's going to be a little bit different
$400,000.
than a work residency because they're going to prefer locals to foreign folk.
so. Then if you want to work, you need a working permit because. So you got to find a job and a person that will sponsor you, and then take a permit out for you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that my Blue Scuzzy business would work well from the Cayman Islands. Everybody's shipping would be $48.
No, well then that's why you have someone in the States build it for you, and you just do the transaction.
There you go.
That's the new economy. It is -7 degrees
Yeah.
Celsius right now.
One of my patrons, I had a nasty day earlier in the week, and and I'm just like, I hate my job. And one of my patrons like, we're hiring. I'm in Norway, but we're completely work from home, and you can work from anywhere. So send me your resume. I'm like,
wow.
Okay.
Oh, that is nice.
Would you have to work daytime hours in Norway though?
Yeah, there you go. And of course, that depends. Are you above or below the Arctic Circle? Because if it's above the Arctic Circle, daytime hours are for 6 months of the year.
All the time.
All the time.
12.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, a couple years ago, I went to Finland as an actually business trip, and I went in June, and it never got dark. It never got dark. I mean, it would get a little bit darker, but not actually completely. The actually sun would not set completely, and it really didn't start doing that until about 1 o'clock in the morning, and at about 4 o'clock, it was already daylight again. So not something I enjoyed. I could not sleep too well.
Yet the Finns are some of the happiest people on Earth. Figure that out.
My boss's wife is from Finland, and they go back there, every few years. It's not cheap for them to travel there, obviously, but their kids can go to school there for free, college.
Yeah, Finland has some very good education for their people, and which other one was it? Norway. Norway, if you live there, it doesn't matter if you're from the country or not. Your education, including college, is free.
Sign me up.
Now we just need to get him into NATO.
Yeah.
Bling! Blue Scuzzy, go bling!
Lord.
Garth is here too.
What? Oh, in the
Garth
chat.
is in here.
Hi, Garth.
He had snow for the first time since he moved
If I had
there,
a
I think.
cube room, I'd hire you, Joe.
If I had a cube room, I would hire you.
Yeah, like I'm not sure what that means exactly, but
Oh, I know what it means. I used to annoy Steve on his streams just for fun, like I do for most people. It's purely just entertainment.
I do for most people.
It's not to be mean. It's literally just kidding around, and I kept mentioning his cube room in his streams, and apparently some people really believed he had a whole room full of Apple cubes.
Oh, I love it.
He doesn't?
No. Yeah, so I think like some people reached out to him and asked about it, like asked to see it or
Can
something.
you show us the cube room?
It's like,
Yeah. I think that was funny. So
I dropped a really pointy screw on the floor, and now I won't find it until I step on it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's how you're gonna find it.
It's a Lego screw.
I really need to get this floor is carpeted. I need to get the carpet up, paint the floor like perfectly white so I can see what's on it.
That carpet in that cold weather is your number one source of your static.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't have static in the basement because everything is connected to ground very, very well.
Bzzzt.
Because if I touch things that aren't connected to ground, I can feel it. So there's really not a static problem down here.
No, there's a 50-volt problem.
Yeah, well.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about something about things being charged or something, voltage.
Yeah.
His house is a form of an electric fish.
Yeah, you were saying something that when you want to move into that room next door, that you got some voltage problem or something.
Well, yeah, it's this whole house is there's no grounding in the house. And so but somewhere on one of the circuits down here, somewhere, instead of the ground is connected to the neutral wire or something like that. So in places where I have 2-prong to 3-prong adapters so I can plug in, real things, the ground and neutral are then bonded. So what happens is certain outlets down here, if I touch the chassis of something connected to that outlet, then touch this rack, I can feel that. It's not pleasant.
Like sticking a 9-volt on your tongue.
Yeah. We're like 59, but yeah.
59.
So cool. Would you look at that beautiful thing?
So now, are you still planning to expand your basement area there into another room?
Generally, yes. Generally.
Potentially, maybe. Yes.
Here's my number, so call me maybe.
Oh, and it wasn't sighing over you. I'm just.
That's okay.
It's been a week.
Oh yeah. Me too, buddy.
It wasn't too bad for me.
It wasn't too bad for me, says the retired man.
Well, even in retirement, you could have a bad week.
True.
I don't know how, but you can. Well, my week started Monday was a holiday.
The weather, it got down to 68 degrees. That was his bad
there
week.
You go. Yeah, Monday was a holiday for me, and then Monday night I ended up taking somebody to the emergency room.
Oh no!
Yeah, everything was fine, but it was out of an abundance of caution, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And but it was about 4:00 before I got to bed. So Tuesday morning, when I was supposed to work, I said, "Not coming to work, sleep." So it was noon before I got up to go to work remotely, So anyway, so the week didn't start out great.
So I've got all the capacitors, all the resistors and the line filters put on.
There you go.
Now I need to do, and I got some of the capacitors on, but now I got to do these.
Hey, I just met you.
Now I got to do these. And these got to go in between all of these.
So I'm building an AutoCAD.
An AutoCAD.
Yeah. I'm trying to do multiple animation styles.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
And there's one HyperCard stack that has an example of it where somebody animated a font. So each letter in the font is a different cell for the animation. And that was an early technique they used in HyperCard. So before Animation Studio and all that came out. The other technique is to use an icon and just change the icon for a button. But that's limited to 32 pixels in width and height. So with a font, you can go as big as you want, and even though it's a pixeled font, you've got a lot more pixels to work with. Well, I just copied and pasted crappy low res pictures of a cat into the font, but it means I can do a 72-point font or cat and stuff on to animate. So, well, eventually, when I have all three, the other style of animation that was common in HyperCard is how I did the MARCHintosh thing, which is flip between cards. So,
print link.
Yeah.
Oh, Garth is gone.
Bye, Garth.
We knew him well.
It was kind of sporadic thing. I was here. I was like, okay, what am I going to do tonight? No one was doing a stream, so I was like, you know what? I need to learn how to do these things with actually StreamYard. So,
Are you gonna
and
pay for it? Are you gonna get the full version there?
for now, I don't think I need the full version yet. Um, unless you happen to have a code I can use to buy it cheaper, but no.
No, I got nothing. I don't really stream. I stream myself playing hockey on PS5, so that's about it.
I've watched you play games. You know, it's mostly hockey. You're right, but you've
That's
done
right.
other stuff.
I want to make it. I started making another video for a channel. It has nothing to do with Max though, but I hated it after I put it together, so I'm gonna redo the whole thing. Yeah, I got lazy, so I didn't like it.
Eric, I was surprised to see you actually streaming because I don't think I've seen you stream too much before either.
I've done less of it as of late, but I've been doing not as much. I've been doing more live stream than prepared content. I am working on like a 50 episode series on HyperCard, but I've only got about 5 of them out there.
50?
Yeah, the I have an outline for it. The grand scheme during MARCHintosh last year was like, I'm going to spend a year and do one a week. Yeah, it's been one a month, maybe or less. So it's a lot more work than I thought it was going to be, and they tend to be long videos.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of dry. So what I'm going to do this year is mix in more of programming examples and things like that are more interesting. That's why I'm working on this for MARCHintosh. Oh, hey, sleepy. See,
Yeah,
I'm already putting Joe asleep.
Ooh, that hurt. That corner of the leg of the table. So anyway, let's see how this is looking. I knew that was a little bit too close.
To sit on the end of this.
Yeah, so it's gonna be kind of interesting this MARCHintosh show to do this SE30 giveaway.
I'm not actually tired. My medication makes me fake tired.
Well, that's right. You've said that before.
I'll be up until 2 a.m. I mean, I always am.
Oh, I can't do that. Not anymore.
I'm a late sleeper, late riser kind of guy. I always have been.
Oh, I see.
To me, it doesn't matter what time I go to sleep. About 6 o'clock, I'm up.
Yeah, your boss says you can do whatever you want, right?
Who, me?
Yeah. His boss says he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
My work schedule is flexible as long as I get my job done.
Yeah.
It's been a little crazy lately because we've had a 50% decrease in staff, and for a company of 6 people, that's pretty hard.
Yeah,
that's pretty hard on any company, really. We had some, I don't know what to call you and what to say. There's some trade secret-y stuff, but long story short, we had a very, very stressful end of year, just from literal work stress problems.
Yeah.
And a couple of the employees, they just couldn't handle it, so they took off.
Yep.
And then we have a third employee whose father fell ill in some still as yet undescript manner.
Oh.
I thought it was a stage 4 end stage cancer thing, but now it might be dementia. We're not sure. But basically, he has been in and out for 2 months. He has to take a week off to help his dad to do this stuff, and then come back, and then he works for a few days, and then there's another emergency, and he has to go take care of it again. So we basically, whenever he's able to be on and answering and working on tickets, we just take it as a blessing.
Right.
We just let him have his time to do the thing he needs to do. So it's me, and the owner of the business and the service manager running everything, and it's
Oof.
kind of crazy. It's really nuts.
But Joe, you're working for like a network or tech
Yeah.
company.
Yeah, I work for a managed services provider. Basically, people hire us to be their their IT department
Yeah.
because it's cheaper than hiring your own engineer to sit and wait for.
Problems to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be in that IT thing until they moved me out into management, and then I went into executive management. Uh, executive management sucks because that's when you get involved. In my
Yeah.
field, I was involved with the politicians and with the board members and all this.
Ugh. I am the lowest level operational manager I can be, and I'm perfectly happy with it.
And I did not like executive management level.
No, I'll probably move up to the next level before I retire.
Although I did have some very big projects, I did have multi-million-dollar projects that I was managing and running. So
Yeah. No, my problem set moved from consulting and software development to wetware. Now I deal with people. So,
Meatware.
yeah.
yeah, I actually enjoyed more the actually programming.
I still do. It's what I do for fun now. Frankly, I just got tired of trying to keep up with.
Yeah, it changes so much. I mean, I was
Yeah.
I was heavily into actually JavaScript, React, and all that.
Yep. Yep.
And I mean, it changes by the hour.
Yes. Yeah, like a lot of the HTML5 frameworks when mobile first started up.
Jiminy Christmas!
It's
jQuery and Ruby and blah and
those are
no
fairly
UI.
All of that is old. All that is
Yeah,
old.
I know.
But
I
it's
know.
stable.
That tells you how far behind I am.
But it's fairly stable, though. I was trying to learn CoffeeScript and different frameworks, and I finally got to the point where I'm like, I'm just not going to do this. So I switched over to doing Microsoft Dynamics CRM support because you still have to know C# programming and stuff to do that.
Microsoft Dynamics.
Yeah, but it was the earlier versions, Now it's all Dynamics 365 integrated with Power Apps and blah blah blah.
Power BI.
Yeah. So I still have a toe in it because I have to understand what the development team's doing, but I don't have to do the work myself anymore, which is nice. So.
No, I was writing programs for my work on actually my own time because I just always liked programming.
Yeah.
And I was using React and a bunch of different packages.
Yeah.
And so I was doing the back end and the actual front end.
Yeah.
But it was connecting to an actually SQL database that was the port management system. And basically I was doing everything that they need to do outside on the ground on actually tablets.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm actually up to date on my.
So, but it just I got tired. I mean, I don't know. They just did not appreciate the work and board people and that, and actually politicians got in the way. So that's when I decided, you know what, I'm going to actually retire. Goodbye.
That tends to be a thing on the services side of IT, more in hardware than software. I've found, but you're seen as basically an overglorified janitor. It's like, thanks for fixing the crap. Now get out.
Yeah.
It's like you realize that crap I just fixed is running your multi-million-dollar corporation, right? And if you piss me off, I could just randomly remote in and shut it off.
Yeah.
Not that we've ever done.
So. No, but
like, of course, the nice person in you is like, we're not going to actually tell them you wouldn't tell them you could do that, but that's just
Right.
like, you realize that I can just shut your business off.
Yeah.
I can literally like click one button and put you out of business.
Well,
Like,
unfortunately,
you understand that's how
Yeah.
important this stuff is.
I
So,
kind of did that in my software. I had licensing, and I could control the licensing outside. And they didn't want to buy my software when I was done, when I left. So I said, okay, thank you. I will be turning it off as of this date.
nice.
activation. Yeah.
Yep. So I turned it off, and now they don't have anything, and they want to go spend a couple $100,000 getting a third party company to actually build what I actually have done already.
Mm-hmm.
I offered them to buy it for me very cheap, and they didn't want it. So okay,
Yeah.
thank
Well,
you.
it's like, Joe working in the service industry. A lot of customers think you're a dime a dozen. We can find somebody else to do everything. And then when they do, they realize how much lore they've lost because and understand all the intricacies of the system that they've got. And we have the same problem in government too, that even though we double down on documentation and everything, you can't document everything. It's just impossible. So,
Yeah, and that's.
yeah.
But the bad thing is down here, because it's so small down here, and I mean, I worked for a government entity, and
Yeah.
I was there 26 years, and newer actually a Trump style politicians got into office and wanted to do things different their way and didn't want to follow what is law, and wanted me to do things that were not right, and I was like, no, thank you, goodbye.
Yeah.
I'm not going to jeopardize 26 years and my actually reputation and my abilities and what I have built. So if you don't want it, fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was there long enough that they have to continue paying me my pension and that. So and they have to pay actually insurance for me for the rest of my life. So
Well, that's nice that you've got that kind of deal.
so I was like, goodbye. I've had enough. I'm not going to do illegal stuff and ruin my name and my reputation for any politician. I'm sorry. So that's what I ended up doing. That's why I actually retired. It wasn't because of any other reason. I mean, I could have, if it wasn't that way, I would still be working because I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed the work I did.
I get retired at the end of every day. I get tired again.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
I am fortunately probably going to work until I'm 70. So fortunately, I work in a location and a job that I can actually get away with doing that as long as I don't sleep in my cubicle.
Thomas B, to answer his question, yes, drill holes in the board.
He has a second comment there, which is a bit off.
Yeah, but I also read that, but there's only one power supply that I think that I had to drill. All the other ones worked. I don't remember which one it was, but there was one I had to drill. And that's the only one. I don't remember which one though it was. Sorry. So anyway, the board's coming along. I mean, I'm already doing the other connectors. I don't have these two yet. I am waiting for these two actually resistor packs to actually get in. I don't think it was the SI.
Excuse me.
I don't think it was the SI, Thomas, because I just. Which ones did I just do? No, I just did a CI one.
Is the 2SI the one that needs the power supply redone?
Hoover Jabber.
Is it the one with the super leaky caps in the PSU?
Talking to me or to Thomas? You're asking.
Well, no, you. Well, you. I'm pretty
So
sure it is.
Why is Javier in here like 5 times?
yeah, but on those, yeah, it's the SI, the SI and the CI are the 2 worst power supplies. Some of the LCs also are real bad.
I gotta get someone to do mine. I'm looking at mine right now. I'm like,
Okay, because some of those
Touched it.
LCs, I mean, they will just drip out juice.
Javier Rivera. Well, you
Yeah.
think.
none of my LCs work. So
So yeah, the LCs can be a bit troublesome.
I don't have any LCs. I think I'm fine with that.
Who's here? Dave.
Dave, Adam,
Hey,
Dave.
how's it
There, Dave. Welcome, Dave.
Hi,
Thank you.
Catman.
going? Hey, congratulations on your first StreamYard stream, Will.
Thank you. Yes, and I'm also actually 300 members now.
Wow.
Sweet.
Nice. Good for
I have
you.
reached actually 300.
Awesome. Great.
Surprisingly, in less than 1 year.
Nice.
Wow.
Well,
That's almost one person a day.
wow. Well, it means you're doing something right, right?
So yeah, well, a lot of it comes from actually y'all too. Y'all are also helping and referring and talking about it. So and has generously added me into actually y'all's actually circle, which that also helps.
The more the merrier, man.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, but yeah, here I am coming along with my Lisa Motherboard.
Wow.
So far I have the resistors on, the caps on. One of these is already soldered. I'm gonna do these other 2 now.
So was that a production board? Or is that an actual Lisa board?
This is a
Unspar.
redo, a reloaded
board.
board. Yeah,
Reloaded board. Oh, I didn't know they were making them for Lisa. Wow, that's cool.
they are out there.
Wow,
I
nice.
didn't want to download the label. I wanted to print the label. Sorry.
download it.
So, and I got just about every board for the Lisa
There. I downloaded it.
because
You want
reason.
to download
I mean, you didn't. Some of y'all didn't see this. Reason why I have to redo this one is because the original one looks like this.
Oh, wow. That
It
does
looks
not
like
look
this.
very
He holds
good.
up a piece of paper that says this on it. My sense of humor is so stupid. The dumbest things I think are funny.
Adam, what is this top messages thing new in the chat? I don't know which.
It must be 10 o'clock because all of Dave's clocks are going off. Or 7 o'clock there.
7 o'clock. Yeah. Is my mic too loud?
No, you're
I didn't hear any clocks.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got my. Well, I got 2 cats right here.
Oh, Adam, the top messages, the top chat, live chat, that has been there for years and years. You're just now noticing it. Yeah. You usually just want to switch it to live chat, and therefore you'll just see everything that's happening as it's happening.
Am I doing something wrong with it, or
No, you're fine.
oh? Okay, because I'm not sure what he means. What he meant by that.
Oh, it's nothing that you do on your end. It's a YouTube feature.
Okay.
Just there.
So, Dave, I had to make my own cat.
It's a nice looking kitty. Yeah. That's looking pretty good, Eric. Yeah.
It's sleeping.
Aw. Yes, Ruby. You should look at that kitty. Yeah. Yes, Reeb. Yes, they wait for me when I get home. They're all lined up. Yeah. So yeah, Garth, I guess he's without power again. Good grief, man. They've been really getting nailed over there in Santa Cruz. We've been getting hit pretty hard here, but not as bad as they have. So
Y'all have had some wicked weather this year.
Well, yeah, that's because up
Yeah.
here we actually have weather.
Hey, we get actually hurricanes in that here.
Oh,
pretty
that's right. You get
They get extreme
you have
weather.
sun and
occasionally.
hurricanes. That's right.
Yeah, the hurricanes, those are nasty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last one that hit Cayman severely was in 2004. That was actually Ivan. It devastated the island. About 90% of the power system was offline and down, poles broken.
Wow.
At
Wow.
my house, it took me 3 months for me to get power.
Wow.
But luckily,
I'll be right back.
luckily here, people actually build for that. So almost every house has an actually standby generator.
Oh, that's good.
So, but the drawback with that is that then you got to keep on fueling it.
Yep. Yeah, we have a backup generator, but same thing. Got to keep the gas in it. Although we can hook it to our natural gas, but I haven't ever did that yet.
Yeah, mine is
Our-
one. Mine is one that is big enough for the entire house,
Oh wow.
and I also run it off of actually liquid propane. So I got some very large liquid propane tanks in the yard, and I can run the whole thing off of that for months.
Nice. Very good. So, how many of those for the Lisa, Will? How many reloaded boards are you going to make as far as to make one unit? How many does
Well,
that take?
for each machine, it looks like I got to do two boards. I got to do the motherboard, which is this one that I'm doing now,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to do the I/O board. The CPU board looks fine, and the two memory boards also look fine. So now this that they call a motherboard is really just a backplane. Who's here? Oh, Adam. Adam is here too.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam.
So we're all enjoying a nice Friday night stream.
That's right. And we're all getting paid to join.
We're all being paid by PCB Way and RetroTech.
Hey, I got paid to join. Look, I got a box from Will.
Huh?
Ooh.
Yeah,
The what about me?
you paid me by
Oh.
sending me PCBs.
Yep. I sent the
Good
same
boobs.
words. I didn't tell anyone, but Adam, yes, I sent Adam a full set of the same Lisa boards.
Oh wow. Nice.
So, new challenge. Adam has to start building them and get caught up to you while you're still going. Go.
No, but I think Adam only needs the actually power supply board, Adam.
Yeah, the ones I want to do, if
yeah.
I can get the bomb for the power supply board here, I want to build that.
Can't say bomb on an airplane.
A bombardier. And I want to build this parallel card.
Did you get a replacement?
Dumb sense of humor.
What was it? The
Yeah,
thing that
transfer
broke
card.
free inside the power supply you got? Transformer?
No, I did not. And the guy still has my power supply.
Oh,
All right, Adam. What I found out about this power supply board, you don't really need too much. It's just a few things. Where did I put my?
It looks really
Lock.
simple.
Well, the main thing you gotta get is a. Hold on, let me find mine here.
Not the motherboard.
All right,
The motherboard.
because I was looking
Yeah.
through this also. Here is gonna sit an actually ATX power supply board. So you need to find a very slimline power supply, very flat. ATX is gonna sit in here. You're gonna take the board out of the case, and it's gonna get mounted there. Jump onto Amazon and buy. Oh God, where's mine? That's open.
Sean's in the chat.
For like $11, you can buy
Hey, Sean.
some of these buck converters, and they'll take the 12 volt and give you 33, which is what you need for the video, and that's going to end up sitting right there.
Okay, so I need to buy that, and then
Okay.
it's got the list of all the resistors and the
Well, if you look on the board right here, it is telling you what they are.
right. It's all there, so I just need to order those parts, and then do I need original Lisa knobs for the video controllers?
If you have them, yes, take them off of there, and then those will go here.
Hey, Sean.
Then you need a 40 millimeter fan that's going to end up sitting here. Okay, I bought this off of Amazon also.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to end up sitting there, and it's going to get connected right here. Okay, depending if you've got a 5 volt or an actually 12 volt fan, you can use either or. Okay, your AC in, and that's going to come, your ATX is going to connect to AC in here, and so forth. The end of the ATX, you're going to end up cutting that off and stripping all those wires, and then they're going to end up connecting into spots here.
And then those connectors right above the fingers.
Yeah, right here.
That's where I wire in the 12.5 ground, -12, all that, right?
Right. This is where you're going to wire the cables coming out of the actual ATX.
Amazing.
Okay, what's the PS on via for?
Huh?
Right above the -12, there's one that says PS on.
Yes, that is the power switch on. There is a cable on the ATX because the ATX power supplies work off of actually soft power, right?
So that wires to the ATX power supply where it triggers it's on. Okay.
Yes, and then there is a transistor. There is a 2N4401 you got to put there.
Okay.
And then an actually resistor right across there.
Are you going to build one of these?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to order the parts for this, and then I'm going to see how successful you are before I actually try to turn on a Lisa with this.
Yeah, I have a bunch of these. I don't really need this many of them. I mean,
can you ship me enough spare parts to make a whole Lisa?
I have 2 extra side panels. You can start with that.
But yeah, you can buy these buck converters. I bought 5 of them off of Amazon for like actually $12.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got like 4 of them just sitting over there for random projects. They're just like in the corner.
Well, I do have a 1.2 amp Lisa 1 power supply, but I have not tested it yet.
Yeah, well, that's what this one replaces. Because those actually 1.2 boards are real bad, and that's why these boards came out, because it's to replace those.
What I really want is a 1.8, which is what I originally had, which is what I'm told I need in order to power the widget drive.
No, but this here will do it.
Will it?
Yeah, because you have a lot more power coming out now with an actually ATX power supply there.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, because I mean you're using the guts. You're using a true actually ATX. The only thing this board does is just makes the connection to the actually Lisa for you. That's all it's doing.
Right.
Okay, and the only reason why you need this is to take the 12 volt and bump it up to actually 33 for the actually video.
Okay.
You see, so from the old power supply, you're gonna take the actually plug that goes here, and these two.
Okay. Yeah, I want to get my old one back from the guys got it, so I can steal those parts off. And of course the shell. I need the shell of it.
Yeah.
If my 1.2 doesn't work, then I'll scavenge from that. But it was sold to me as untested, so for all I know, it's just broken.
I have more of these, so if you need one, I can always send you another one. I bought 5 boards. I need 2. You have 1, so that is 3. So I've got 2 more.
Okay. Well, I just need to have 1 working power supply. I've only got 1 Lisa, so.
Oops, that's not right. Score probably.
So yes, I'll be making that. I will also be making my SCSI, which
I have another SCSI too. I have the one that's based on
I have here,
marketing.
and I have the chips I need and everything for it already.
I have enough to build one of the blue SCSI, or not blue SCSI, the sun remarketing ones, and I was going to put a blue SCSI on it.
Adam, are you reading the chat, by the way?
No.
Okay. Just commenting on your shirt.
I'm sure it matches the PCB.
So now
Adam's
the
PCB cosplay.
Let's see.
now
Can you
the
see the
remember
PCB?
too, I did send you the actually Arduino file, right? That board. That was the one that you really
Yes.
wanted from me, also, right?
Yeah, but that needs the parallel port to work, right?
No,
To-do list.
What does this hook up to?
that hooks up to an actually Arduino Nano, and then connects directly to the actually floppy, to the Lisa Lite adapter.
Flippy floppies.
Flobby. F-L-O-B-B-Y.
So it goes
Flobby.
in place of the Lisa Lite.
It will connect to the Lisa Lite.
So I thought this hooked to the parallel and acted like a profile.
So let me go to the person's website. Let me go to where that board is, and
Okay.
let me read what it says. Arduino file. Okay.
Have we all seen Steve's pictures of his insanely clean basement?
What?
No.
It doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
Yeah, go check the Discords. Steve, congratulations. Keep it that way.
He cleaned it, or he just like threw everything away?
He organized it.
He
Wow.
laid everything flat and
He
put
now has
another
more
platform
floor space
floor
than
on
I
it.
do, which is scary. Which means that's just more floor space for him to put things in. We know what Steve's real motivations are.
Well, you know, he finally caved into all this peer pressure. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Steve, clean. Look at my clean. Oh wait, don't look at that. No
I don't
promises.
see it anywhere.
Steve, you know, I know what it is, man. You clean it and you organize it and you find out you have all this extra space, and then you're like, I have to put things in this space now.
More printers.
Maybe he just cleaned one side and took a picture of that one side, and everything's on the other side of the camera.
Yeah, it's a pretty wide angle.
Good job, Steve. Good job.
The other side of that picture is probably, to be honest, rabbits. So
Yeah. True.
it's rabbits.
Which channel did he put it in? He's got a gazillion channels.
Put it in the gaming stream. Mac.
Oh,
gaming
of course.
stream.
That makes sense.
There's like only 6 of us in there.
Hey, Joe, I gave you a really good plug in my video that I just released off of Patreon. So
Ooh, thank you,
I
Dave. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
so,
Adam, in the chat is the link for you. Private
Oh,
one.
thanks.
What am I even doing?
Okay.
Haha,
but yeah,
I made Steve put it in the other Discord. Haha.
Which one?
1-bit fever dreams. He asked an AI to make a cleaned version of his basement in image.
okay. Yeah, it looks like it does connect to the actually parallel port. You're right.
Oh, it also says it doesn't work on a 210, so I can't use it anyway.
Oh, you can't use it?
It says it only works on a 2.5.
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to build the 2.5 boards you sent me then.
Sorry, Fred.
Oh my god! Look at all that stuff in his basement. That's insane.
I gotta see the
What tab
proof
did he
that he
put it in?
cleaned. Oh my god.
I don't know where this picture's that.
It's-
Hey, that picture's got to be photoshopped.
It's in Macintosh Friends and Beyond in shameless self promotion. He put it.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah.
Wait, what? There's a rug.
There's a couple sheets. There's a couple sheets of plywood or something on there, isn't there? Or is that a rug?
It's a rug. Yeah. Oh, his
I saw
Motorola
him
Star
put the rug
Max.
down. He did that a while ago.
Let's comment on his decorating job. So the Star Max is next to the other clones on the bottom left. So that's good. I like it.
Wait a minute. Where's the cube room?
It's behind him in the picture, so you can't see it.
Oh, that's right. It's secret. I keep forgetting.
That's where the rabbits are.
Yeah, he's got a Mac 128 as a paper towel holder.
Wow, Steve, I'm speechless. Wow.
And the first time he needs something that's buried behind there, it's all messed up again.
Oh well, that's pretty cool though. I need to
Wow.
clean my basement again. It's a giant dumpster
Now,
fire.
now,
Did
now,
Steve vacuum the rug? Because I see some stuff on the rug. There's like packing material spread around.
now, Steve, I have a question to ask you. Now, after you've cleaned your area here, now, do you feel a sense of accomplishment after doing that?
Geek with social skills, I can't add you because I can only have 6 people.
Ha ha.
Oh,
I'll drop so that he can join. I'm just working on programming stuff.
Okay, well, thank you, Eric. Appreciate
Yeah.
that. You can stay in the chat, though. Stay in the
Yeah,
chat.
I'll stay in the chat, but
Okay.
No, leave. Go away.
bye. Okay,
bye, Eric.
I
See you
will go
guys.
see you, Eric.
See you, but Eric.
So I didn't order all the parts I needed to do this project.
All right,
Hey,
Sean, you're there.
Sean. How you doing?
Hello and greetings.
Hey.
Nice to see you.
Hello,
Yeah, I see
Naboo.
you too.
What's going on,
Naboo,
Sean?
Naboo.
I'm just I'm just in awe of Steve's basement here. So yeah.
I was looking at that as well, and I think it's green screened.
That's what I said so too. It is actually photoshopped. I mean, I'm like, it gotta be.
It actually is Photoshop. He doesn't have that rug. That's for sure.
I
Because
know he does have that rug. We saw him put it, lay it down on one of my live streams. So he does have the
Did I
rug.
not order these parts?
I have a rug, but you can't see it.
So what have you been up to today,
Okay.
Sean?
Working with my new wireless mics, figuring out all the cool stuff you were showing me last night.
Oh,
So-
cool. Yeah. Did you get
oh
more snow
man, I
last
thought
night?
you were gonna say something wireless about actually Naboo. That now you don't need that cable.
Naboo, Naboo.
Oh, well, actually, no, I'm kidding.
Ah, there's this one.
Give
Ah,
it time. Somebody will come up with it.
Someone's actually working on a little board, and instead of having the RF coming out of the box, having an external antenna using that same hole. So having the Raspberry Pi on the inside and then having an external antenna. So
I think somebody should do an HDMI mod.
for a 40 by 24 character screen.
Yes, I still want it. Okay, don't judge me. I want HDMI out.
Hey, I put HDMI out from an Apple II all the time on the streams.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey, I just matched
But I mean, it looks like crap on an HDMI monitor, but it's the only way to get it into the Mac
How
Studio.
many are there? There
Mine's
are
right there.
18.
I thought my Atari 800 died, but I'm pretty sure that this AC adapter is actually what took the crap.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Hey,
5,
one bit. He wants 8K output.
7,
That's even better.
12, 13,
I
14.
want a 10G Naboo network connection.
You played Atari today?
10G.
Hey Terry,
Oh,
Did you ever-
God.
did you ever fix the Gemini?
No, I haven't even looked at it yet.
Did you get any more snow, Sean?
No more snow, but I spent a good couple hours trying to dig out my driveway to venture out, and it's pretty sketchy on the roads for sure.
Yeah.
All our snow evaporated.
We're getting your evaporated snow, Adam. There you go.
That's good. You can have it.
Yeah, it's we get a little dusting here and there, but higher up elevations, boy, they're getting hammered with it.
I was making
Well,
fun of Garth though. He posted a picture and he's like, "Oh, there's snow," and I'm like, "Nah, it's frost."
Now it's snow when you walk out to the driveway, step off the patio, and knee deep in snow. That's
Yeah.
a lot of snow.
Yeah.
Well, it's already
been
run
there,
out to
done that plenty of times.
0.0004
Yeah.
volts. Oh.
Yours can.
Yeah.
One Bit
6.
Fever Dreams wants a wireless 6G for Naboo. I was joking about the 10G because I saw I think it was an Xfinity Comcast commercial. They're like, "Oh, we have 10G," and I'm like, "I thought we were only at 5G." Like,
I saw 10G ad too. I mean, I was like, what the hell's that coming now?
yeah.
Free Yoda Flop CPU upgrade. Adam
Dave, Dave, you did
Yeah.
a spoiler on Twitter talking about what was in the box.
Yeah.
What is in the box?
It's
I didn't-
Leela for you.
Oh, I have
Always
another.
spoiling in Twitter instead of not looking into it.
Well, I have a. My wife brought me a big box from the house that we're clearing out in San Jose.
Is that the one that the little old lady lived in?
Yeah, you robbing a house? Did you just admit to robbing a house?
No, this is my mother-in-law's house.
Hey, it was a little old lady.
No, actually, she's a big old lady. She's a German lady. She'll pick you up and slam dunk you.
Yes.
Damn, those are the best.
And she'll be 90 next month. You would.
Wow.
She goes like a house on fire. Let me tell you. But yeah, no. This is the mess that we're cleaning up from our my wife's daughter, my stepdaughter. So it's a bad situation. So we're making got people hauling stuff out, and then the one guy was pushing my BMW out. He goes, "This goes too, huh?" And she goes, "Oh no, that's a vintage one. That's a 1978 320i. Last year, mechanical fuel injection." So
That's your car?
well, I gave it to my mother-in-law. It's covered up, but I told her if you want to sell it, but don't let it go any less than 10K because those things are very, very collectible.
You should
And
fix it on the stream.
And
Does Retro Techie have it?
the body. It's all original body,
Mm.
no dents, no rust. It's and the bumpers look pretty good.
Hey, that's for everything, but everything broken garage. Send it to him to
I'm sure the shipping will be nothing. Don't worry about it.
fix up for you.
Hey, does anything actually rust where you are though? Because of the temperatures you guys get. Like, I wouldn't think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a climate things rust in.
Oh yeah, yes, Reeb. Yeah. Oh yeah, things do rust. It just depends on where it's at. I mean, if it's like in somebody's got a basement or something that gets like moisture and stuff, and it's been down there for years, yeah, it'll corrode.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also too, if you're near the coast, you got all that salt air from the ocean coming
Oh,
off
yeah.
too.
That's
That'll
true.
rust stuff.
I didn't think of that. That's
Yep.
true.
Yep.
And when I
That's
lived close
that's
to the
big
beach,
that's the big problem about being on an island. Everything rust.
Mhm.
yeah. When I lived close to the beach, I had a barbecue, and it was every couple of years it was replacing little.
Every 2
Chrome
years,
bits.
I have to replace mine. Yes,
Yeah,
because they're not made the same way. And my God, barbecue grills have gotten expensive. I don't know
Yeah.
what has happened, but I mean, it's like something I used to pay $300 for, and it's now
You know what
like
the
$700,
solution to that
$800.
problem is? Go to a barbecue hut.
The bottom of my barbecue grill completely rusted through the bottom of like the main part. And I just took a cookie sheet and threw it in there, and now it's good for another year.
nice.
Put an aluminum cookie sheet in there; it'll never rust.
That's actually a pretty good idea. The cookie sheet in there. Yeah.
So my Atari power adapter is putting out 3 volts. Is that enough?
No.
Maybe that's why I think the Atari is dead, but maybe it's not.
An Atari computer or a console?
It's a Atari 800.
Oh,
I do have another
Fancy.
brick here that's from the floppy drive. I'm going to try it.
Kaboom.
If I can get the cord to reach.
Tick, tick.
This one also says Atari.
Atari.
oh, those epoxy-filled bricks. Boo.
Yeah, they're garbage. I'm going to probably end up building one out of.
Would you love to not repair your Atari? Well, do we have the solution for you?
Was
Yeah, I need to get like a mean well and just have it output 9. Do they make one that does AC, like 9 volts AC?
If not, jcm-1.com might be able to make one for you.
What are you looking for?
I mean, 9 volts AC power supply.
You can get that on Amazon for like $4, buddy.
Oh,
Like those are just common as dirt. Do you have an old Nintendo that's busted? That thing puts out 9 volts AC.
I have some Nintendos.
Nintenders.
Nintendos.
but hey, RetroTech is everything actually Atari. So
I do have a lot of Atari stuff. I love it.
This brick doesn't work either, so maybe there is something wrong with the Atari.
So instead of everyone giving you something, maybe you can give them a power supply.
They asked a bunch of wives if they liked their husband's humor. They found that no pun intended.
Boom.
Yeah, this one puts out 10 volts. Should be good.
I know that was a very bad joke. I liked it anyway. It's my
So
my
Sean,
bad.
sorry, Sean, how you liking the mic? Liking that?
I am liking it. I had to go back and make some adjustments though on my video that will be released at midnight Pacific. The gameplay footage was super loud and my voice was super low.
Oh,
But then when you told me about the the Road Central software, I was able to go in there and mess with the different channels and stuff, and
yep.
this is the future. So,
Yeah.
What is it that you have? What did you get? What wireless mic?
the Rode Wireless Go 2.
Yeah, the wireless Go 2 is awesome, Mike.
They are fantastic. Yeah.
But it was kind of silly though. It says, oh, you have to charge them for 2 hours and you're good to go. So I plugged,
there.
everything in and, walked away, set a timer for 2 hours, came back, nothing. I was like, well, this is weird. Well, then Dave says, well, have you updated your firmware? I'm like,
That's the other one.
no.
You have to update the firmware to charge the freaking device.
Yeah. So I update the firmware. Yeah. So I updated the firmware and then it started charging. So what I think it is, remember back in the day when you get like a little handheld console and batteries were included, you had to pull like the little cardboard thing out so it made contact or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's something with the firmware when you update it, it says, okay, now you can charge the battery or something.
It pulled out the cardboard.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. It activated it. Yep.
Hey, Pac-Man.
Oh,
Yeah, I figured out why the Atari wasn't turning on. The switch that for the door open on the front was stuck.
oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, you see, you've got an 800, not an XL. So that little front panel lifts up.
Yeah, now it's still dim like it was. That's my original problem, and I think if I recap, it might fix that.
Or turn up the brightness on your monitor. Done.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I can do that, but it doesn't help the real problem.
No. But I never do help the real
Oh my
problem.
god, that's a lot of pins.
Well, that's good to know that the Atari still works.
So Dave, we'll find out tomorrow when the normal subscribers get to see the video and if they notice any audio difference. So far, the people that I've shown it to are like, "Wow, what'd you do?" It's like modern technology. So,
What video are you talking about?
it is a Commodore PET homebrew game video, and one of the games I show off is actually somebody ported Choplifter to the PET, and it's all PET ski graphics, and it's actually pretty good.
Somebody online was asking about a load runner disc for the PET. I saw you had a Patreon email that said you had a video. I didn't look at it yet, though. Was that it?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
You're like,
By the way, what's happened to the 8-bit guy? I haven't seen him put out anything in ages. Or is that
Dremel
one?
accident.
Dremel accident.
You know, when you make it and you have all this wonderful evergreen content, you don't have to keep making content to keep making income. So
What's weird is I never get a recommendation of any of his like library of previous stuff. Like I'll get that for Steve or Joe or other channels that I watch, or Adrian even. It'll like if I've watched all his new stuff, it'll say like, here's a video from 2 years ago about Commodore 64 or whatever. I never get that for the 8-bit guy. It's weird.
you have to be subscribed to him, buddy.
Well, I am.
Yeah, I am too, and I haven't seen anything from him in ages.
Occasionally he does something I want to watch. Not often, but occasionally.
Same. I'm gonna actually look because I'm subscribed as well, and I have not seen anything either.
I'm a bad doobie. I'm not subscribed to his channel.
I prefer LGR personally. I think it's more fun to watch. As you see the happiness when he's using the stuff.
I like LGR.
Yeah, LGR is good. But yeah, it's
Mr.
been
Clinton.
3 weeks since 8-Bit Guy has posted anything.
No, I didn't even see
Wow.
anything 3 weeks ago. And I'm subbed on his, and I get notifications, and I haven't gotten nothing.
This thing is really yellow.
Apparently, Steve has a recapping guide for that. Not for that, for the Atari.
See, this is
The
This is
JCM
the-
special.
JCM road sticker.
8 bits are all you need.
What,
I
where
found
what
that-
sticker? What?
I found a JCM sticker on the ground in the parking lot at BCF Midwest.
Whoever that was is mean for dropping my sticker.
Well, they dropped it, and
They
I
threw
saw it, so I stuck it on this Apple IIe that I bought there, and then I left it there because it was just to remind me this is the one from BCF Midwest, and I still haven't fixed it.
One bit, I am reading the chat about the X16 boards that he's making and all that fun stuff.
I'm gonna have to check out Steve's site because I think I'm gonna recap that Atari on Dave's stream. I was gonna do it a while back, then I got sidetracked on Naboo's.
You should you should do it in a video for your channel, and then use the pointer finger to show all the work that you've done.
No, I'm not gonna do an Atari on my channel.
The pointer finger. not the
Yay!
pointer sister.
This is the Atari. It is an Atari 800.
Oh, I found a cool way to mount a GoTech in my TRS-80.
Glue.
There's a guy who makes a bracket, and it's like a replacement for the 5 1/4, but it has a hole for the GoTech, and even has a badge that says TRS-80 GoTech.
It's cool, actually.
Is
Yeah,
that
that's
Arcade
pretty-
Shopper that did that?
This guy is named. Let me close the window. Jay Newworth.
Oh yeah, Jay. Yeah,
Yeah, he's apparently a TRS-80.
yeah. He does a lot of TRS
Dude.
stuff.
Uh,
I have his
Justin
card
just
on
put
my
a
desk
GoTech
here
in his
somewhere.
4P. Sorry, Joe.
What?
I said sorry, Joe, that I cut you off. I didn't mean to.
Oh no, I was just being me, saying weird random stuff that has no pertinence to anybody but myself. So it's fine.
Steve just sent me a link to his guide, so I'll use that. I have a Console 5 recap kit. That's the last step, is to figure out where the hell that went.
It's right there. I can see it. It's right there.
Back left.
Yeah.
Actually, it should be over there.
There you go.
There's a box full of caps over there that says DigiKey, and another one says Console 5.
Well, just look for the little fireball jawbreaker, and you'll be good. Just smell for it.
I throw those away as soon as the box comes.
Yeah.
You can give them out on Halloween.
I'll send them to you, Retro Techie.
Just fill up one of the Console 5 little white
Retro Techie,
boxes
you
full of
can
them.
have this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
recap
that's what you
that.
keep them
And,
and ship them all back to Console 5 as a return.
and I have 5
That's
Apple II
funny.
Pluses I got to reassemble. I'll do those too.
Like, can I pay you an extra 50 cents to not put that in the box?
Yeah.
I mean, it smells nice, but I've never eaten one. So,
I liked when I used to buy stuff from Small Dog Electronics. They'd send you little small dogs.
Oh, in the States, Small Dog Electronics. I know that place. They were overpriced.
Yeah. The system is yelling at me. I haven't turned in an expense report. Oops.
Remember to overpromise and underdeliver. Wait, I have that backwards.
Dave's in
Oh.
a secret conversation right now. He muted his mic. Something's going on.
Your item has been delivered. 2 extended keyboard tubes.
My wife
All
talks
these
very
badoots.
loud, and she's about 3 miles away. So yeah, that's her normal tone.
I just bought another Apple mouse.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I didn't even want it. It was Apple mouse plus extras, and I wanted the extras.
What are the extras?
A bunch of original Apple cables. There's
And here it comes. Here it comes. Send it to me. I want it.
I want it. Can I have it?
it's for like Mac 128 era stuff. It's like serial to image writer, serial to modem, and then I'm not sure what this cable's for.
Those are the best kind.
But they're
For
all
a-
the
for a
original
while.
Apple ones with like the knurled and those
Oh yeah, yeah.
chonky Apple ends on it, and the mouse also
Yep.
has that.
Chonky.
Cool.
So I don't really need the mouse. But
Chonky.
these cables are actually harder to find, and I only paid $30 for the mouse.
Everything's cheap over there, though. Like when I look for Apple stuff on eBay, I'll find it in the States for not too much, but the shipping kills me. Like it's not worth it.
And then I bought this wonderful this Apple IIe that I found out later that Justin was watching. It looks lovely, right?
Oh yeah, missing those keys. Yeah.
Thing is, it's got a 1 meg memory upgrade in it and 2 super serial cards. So that's worth as much as I paid for the whole thing.
What I find funny, remember when Steve bought that molar? I was watching that too, and I almost bought it. I'm glad I didn't buy it now.
Well, Steve made a mistake once. His dual floppy, really weird Mac that's got
Yeah,
one
the
original-
one that was modified. Someone added a drive in it. Yeah.
Yeah, he showed me the auction for that. He's like, "What do you think of this?" And I said, "Well, if you don't buy it, I'm gonna." And then he bought it. Like, don't show me awesome, cool stuff, and then expect you to not buy it. But I didn't.
Steve says it's still
Yeah.
broken.
I almost bought that molar, but now I'm glad I didn't, man.
I had a Molar Mac back in the early 2000s. I got it for free. Even back then, it had a cracked, translucent top, and the CD-ROM
Mhm.
drive didn't work. I used it as
Paperweight.
that was like a spare Mac. Like if somebody came over and wanted to use the internet, and I didn't want to give up my Mac, I'd be like, well, there's like the house Mac over there, and that was what it did. But I ended up selling it to somebody when I left Cincinnati for like $50.
No, I have one. It just has problems with the power supply.
Yeah, I never
Boy, is
really
it ugly.
investigated that machine much. Is the power supply similar to the one in like a desktop G3, or is it different because of the monitor?
I've never looked into it, honestly.
Bet Steve knows.
Never even seen a molar in a person, so I can't tell you.
They're
I know-
unusual to see because they weren't around very long and they were only educational. Kind of like a eMac.
I know I can't remember the name of the board that kind of like clips into the logic board. At least is the same.
Personality card.
No, not the video card, but like an actual power board. I can't remember the name of it though. That it clips in on the logic board.
Oh, the VRM.
It might be, yeah. So it's like same
Okay.
thing as like a G3 tower, but it's not
Okay.
the power supply. Obviously, that's not the same thing. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of common components between the three, from what I understood.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a desktop G3 and the components in that look like what I remember being in the Molar Mac.
Voltage regulator. There we go.
Yeah, it's a VRM.
Hey,
VRM,
Joe.
voltage regulator module.
Okay. You're a smart guy.
Hey, Will, are those card edge connectors for the Lisa board? Are they still available? With the-
Yes, yes,
the
I was
hinge?
able to get them, but they're not cheap.
Okay.
I mean, these bigger ones, these longer ones here, I think this thing was almost $20 a piece.
Do they have the ones with the little hinge for the three?
No, those are impossible to get.
Okay.
Those are very difficult to actually get. And what some people have been doing is they have been taking normal ones and whenever they want to change the card in there, they got to take out the whole cage and then pop it in, and you cut off the back end of the slot where then a card can go in it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you're probably not going to change the cards very often.
No.
so it's-
Lemon.
No, you're not going to change it too often. I mean, that's the thing. It's luckily on mine, on both of my motherboards, these are still in very good shape. So I'm gonna
Okay.
do my best to take them out and then actually use them again. So
I think
But
in
yeah,
March
the-
I'll probably take my Lisa out and try to power it up. And I'll probably make I'm gonna make a live stream where I try out the power supply for the very first time and see if the whole thing explodes.
Naboo
yeah,
joystick.
I
Want
think
one.
my friend is gonna pick up my cargo from the house on Tuesday or Wednesday next week and then ship it down. So probably in about 2 weeks I'll have the stuff down here.
Cool.
So I don't have much coming this time. I mean, it's just the Lisa and the actually Naboo are the two biggest things.
I like how you say you don't have much coming, but an Apple Lisa is coming on your
I got
way.
5 boxes coming compared to actually 20. Okay,
Not
I
much,
mean,
Yeah.
you know.
hey,
Super
last
20
time
boxes.
I tell you, last time with all those boxes I had come down and all those stuff coming down, I mean, I paid in shipping and in import duty. I paid almost $4,000. Okay, so
Yikes.
Oh my god.
yeah,
Wow.
Jeez.
I mean, shipping was a little bit over actually 1,000. All the rest was actually import duty.
I paid
Well, that
$2
reminds
for
me.
this.
Lisa,
I have a package
it's
coming from
perfect.
Germany and I don't know where it is.
He's
It's in Germany.
He's in
Yep.
Germany.
Well, what's funny is it got on a plane and I just assumed, oh, it got on the plane, it's coming to the US, but no, it went on a little tour. It went from Frankfurt to Switzerland, and then it went to New York.
Yep.
So this morning, it landed it took off to New York, and then it landed in New York this evening.
It
This is
left
that
New York
part-
and went back to New York. It just did a trip in New York.
No, I was saying it left on the plane to New York, and then it arrived. This is the card I got from Bolay, or however you say that.
Volay!
From who?
Funny you mentioned that. I'm working on one of his designs right now.
The guy in Germany who does Macintosh, either recreations or new boards for stuff like the SE30 and that
Oh,
era.
a bowl.
Is that how you say that?
Yeah. Well,
Bola.
that's how I say it. You mean one of these boards?
Yeah, that guy. But I didn't order that. I ordered the card that plugs into that PDS slot
Yeah.
and gives you a 2CI cache, PDS, and it has Ethernet built in.
Uh huh. Yeah,
Now,
I have.
well, you can get him to cross that with the one that I'm doing right now that gives you the faster CPU and faster CPU and FPU and stuff, then that'd be great.
Well, what I'm plugging into that card is a 040 card. So on the side, it'll have an 040 card, and on top, it'll have a Raster Ops color video card. And then he's got a new custom backplate that gives you Ethernet and video on one backplate.
Oh wow, I need to check some of his things.
That's cool.
And he's on Discord. That's how I got him. As I just messaged him on Discord and asked him about it. Most people are saying like that's so expensive, and I'm like, well, it's where else are you going to get it? I mean, you can invent it yourself, or you can buy it from him. So
I take the latter, buy it from him.
Have Joe make one.
I really want to get one of his 040 recreation cards, but I couldn't afford that right now. Considering I paid $25 for the one I got.
Love the one you're with.
But I did sell my original LC2 board that was original before the imminent event happens.
Oh boy, I'm starting to solder this very long edge connector. Oh my god.
People are
Drag
yelling at me
solder,
for
baby.
my pronunciation. Sorry. I know how Steve feels every stream.
Well, I actually love his I love his SC30 board. I mean, it's so nice to work on, and out of the 4 rebuilds I've done, they've been perfect. Not any issues.
I don't have that, but I do have the. I don't know who did it, but it's a MacFX product. Is the regular SC30. It's pretty much a 1-to-1 recreation.
And I hope tomorrow, if customs has actually cleared it, I can get my classic boards, reloaded boards. I bought 10 of them. So if anyone has any classic boards to reload, I can do them also.
I think I might have a classic board that needs that done.
Yeah, I won 2 on the auction on eBay. I got 2 cards for actually for what was it, $100. One is battery bombed, one isn't. So, but it's all right. I can rebuild it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing with these new PCBs. You just get any old battery bomb thing right now. People for parts. I'm like, yep, that's exactly why I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Yank the parts off, put it on the new board, and whoop.
I bought 5. I think I got 5 SC30 boards that I bought recently that were battery bombed.
I'm gonna need one more SC30 board eventually. I got a clear MacFX case, and I want to eventually put a SC30. Right now, it's got an SC in it.
So,
Or I might put that Bola card in there.
you can do an entire bowl machine. The only thing he doesn't have
at SamboCon.
the only thing he doesn't have yet is the actually analog board, but I think that is done by K in Japan. KO.
Yeah.
Keikoba.
Yeah, he has the analog board.
Well, I'm gonna have an extra PDS board because I have the Japanese board that just did cache and PDS. But I really wanted to have Ethernet too. So, and I don't want to use a raw SCSI.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at Bull's other board there. I mean, where does he have that? Where is he showing that? Is he?
I just saw it in a thread on, I think it was on Think or Different.
Yeah,
And
he's on there a lot. I'm not too much on there.
I'm not either, but
Tunker
somebody
Donker.
pointed me there when I was talking about how I wanted that. They're like, "Oh, he already made that." And I'm like, "What?" But he's on Discord, and I just messaged him there and said, "Hey, what's up with these? How do I get one?" So he made it happen.
All right, I'll have to try to find that.
I should have mine next week. He sent it by GHL, but it's Friday now, so obviously it won't come
Yeah,
until
I bought
at least Monday.
that board for the actually retro chip tester came out of Germany. Oh my God, that took like a month for it to make it over to actually Florida.
What's weird is I bought a Roland MIDI keyboard from Japan, and the guy shipped it by GHL, and I had it in 2 days.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I
Really
buy
weird too. A DHL van drove up, and there's no DHL office in Erie. They must have driven it from Pittsburgh or something.
when I buy my boards from actually I don't buy them from actually PCBWay. I buy them from the other one.
JLC.
Yeah. DHL and that. Oh my God, they get to Miami like in actually 3 days. It
saw
goes
the
very quick.
JLC did some boo-boos on a couple of blue SCSI boards.
Yeah, they
They tombstoned a couple of caps, it looked like.
Yep.
Or maybe it was
So-
a resistor.
I was lucky. All of mine are perfect. That last run, but a couple of the other blue SCSI folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andretta
they were
said he
just-
had seen one like that, and then a customer had ended up with one like that.
So now we're just every board that comes through, we have to eyeball it and make sure it's fine.
Whoa, I finished one.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a lot of connection points.
Well, the one
Hey,
I got
Joe.
from
2 hours later.
JCM-1 works fine. See?
Ha
Hey, Joe, do you take Blue Scuzzy version 1 boards in as partial trade towards new boards?
No.
He takes 10%, I think, off on those.
I took
if you wanna buy one.
$10 off every Blue
$10.
Scuzzy version 1.
You know, it's
They're
funny is I
all
still have
$10 less.
1.0s and 1.1s I haven't even built yet.
Hey, they're still very useful. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
I
on
think
the
it's
slower
fun for a
Macs,
Mac
the
Plus,
ones are
right?
great.
I have
What's
a
that?
bunch of Mac 2s to sell, and I'm going to put on female connectors on the bottom of them instead of the male headers, so I can just stick them straight into the motherboard and then sell it. Like, here, this has a hard drive in it. Go. No bracket, no ribbon cable, no screws. Just stick it in the board.
Ooh, okay, let's do the next
Do you
one.
have a programmer header for these things?
Well,
I
how
do
far are
not.
you? How far along are you on that motherboard?
Let me switch cameras here. 1 second.
Have a chip? I didn't even know.
Well, you all have a good evening. I'm going to bow out after shoveling snow all day. I'm starting to fall asleep.
All right,
Here on
John.
the stream,
You have a
so-
good evening. We'll probably see you Sunday on Dave's show.
Yeah, at some point, in the morning I'll pop in and watch
Not
him
too early.
use it. Yeah, watch him use his new toy that was in the box that his cat likes.
Hi, Sean.
All right, see you
All right,
guys
Sean.
later.
Later.
See you later, buddy. All right.
Anyway, all right. So this is how far I am. I still got to solder this one connector.
Okay.
I only have 2 points connected. Oh, sorry, this one. I only got 2 points connected right now, so I still got to solder this one.
Oh, you're pretty close then.
Yeah.
You're moving along it pretty quick.
I need to take off the video port off of the old board and put that in there, and I need to take off these 3 off of the old
Okay,
board and put
Steve.
here.
Yeah, you don't need
And
a video
then,
port unless you actually are going to try to find the monitor that can even run off that.
Really doesn't matter. I mean, I'll take it off and just put it there just so it's complete.
Okay.
I do have these 2 chips, but they're somewhere. They're in another bag from Meshy Mauser.
If you ever need that port, I got 300 of them.
Oh, geez. Yeah, those are hard to find.
Well, when they went to end of life, I just bought everything that Mouser had.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I did that.
Because Adam is crazy.
I found one place that had like 330-pin SIM sockets, and I bought them all. I have them all. I have them all down here in the box.
When I got my boards from MacFX, he was nice enough to throw in a whole crap ton of 30-pin sockets with the metal tabs.
Yeah, this one has metal clips also, and they're a bit stronger. But what is turning out to get harder to find too is the one for the actually SIM. So that's why this board here, I'm gonna do it with the actually PLCs.
Phoenix
Okay.
Enterprises has all that.
I would do it with PLCCs because it's way easier, and also you can just program them and pop them in.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm gonna do because I can actually program these with the modified ROM and with a boot image on it, and then you just do an actually bit actually swap and then just put them on there.
For now, I got one of these from Silicon Insider. It's a ROM, and it uses these same packages. See that?
And
Can I have it?
Here.
Speaking of ROM programmer, I have it built. I just need to program it still, and then test it and see if it will work with actually Dan Brown software. It's actually his own board. It is his own design. So
4, 5, and 6 are mint.
I was able to source all the parts. So
Well, that's
it's
kinda
built
weird.
and everything ready. I just need to I just got the programmer, so now I need to connect the programmer and try to program it.
3, 4, 5, and 6.
That's cool.
Steve.
Oh, hi,
Good
Steve.
here, guys.
Hey, Steve.
Hello.
Oh
Hello,
my gosh,
Steve.
it's Steve.
I'm
Oh my gosh, look at the organization behind him.
no, that's
Everybody gawk.
strange. That did.
Oh,
That looks as bad as what's behind me.
Damn right. I'm exhausted.
Steve, thanks for the link. I didn't know you had a 800 cap guide.
Yeah, I did a whole video about that, and I was going to do a follow up because I have a second, and then there was not enough interest. I'm like, all right, never mind. So you see that video and it ends on a cliffhanger. That's why. But I did the same exact thing you did with the Atari, being like, oh, it doesn't work. The power supply must be bad, and the stupid switch on the door I forgot about.
That's what happened to me.
Kill switch, yeah. So I was like, happy that you had the same issue.
Yeah, the door was
It was
shut, but
dumb.
it didn't engage. So I was like, oh. But on the other hand, that power supply without a load is only putting out 3 volts. So luckily I had a spare.
Oh,
I
yeah. I
joined
don't
the
know how I
TRS-80
ended up.
group.
I don't know how I ended up with 2 of them, but somehow I did.
That was a local thing I found. That was one of those, you go on Facebook and it says, here's a suggested thing that's local to you. And it was like Atari 800, like $40. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. That's how I got I bought one at a thrift store, and then, or other way around. And I got this one. It was like $10, but it has a weird like ROM programmer hack switch or something. Yeah, it's kind of strange. But
I pointed one out that was on eBay that had a bunch of toggle switches all over it and wires. I didn't buy it. Somebody bought it for, I think, around $100. I think is what it ended for.
it's too much.
Yes, especially with holes drilled in the face.
I am battling a customer's Macintosh portable that has a deadline of tomorrow because they're picking it up,
Oh,
and it's so tiring. I need to clear just 2 vias, and they're on the ground plane, and they are just not clearing, no matter what I do.
Sweet 20.
And I want to get it done before I go to sleep, so I don't have to wake up and do it.
I need a 2CI.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I got the replacement chips at them for they came in today.
Oh, for mine?
Yeah, the startup circuitry chips. And you know what happened? I found the chip after the package.
boy.
It's right here.
I want to test this. I'm glad you're still working on it. This PowerPC upgrade. I have the appropriate physical connectors to do this in a 2X, 2CX, or an SE30, and none of those systems actually support this. 2CI is the lowest it'll support, and I don't have the adapter for the 2FX.
I have one of those for the Quadro, and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, but this has this plug. Like
yeah,
a
that's
2CI
interesting.
plug. The common one is it's not really common, but more common is the one that goes in the Quadro 650, 800.
Yeah, that's the one I have. So that one's meant for the 2CI, right?
Yeah, and I have 2CI adapter boards, like to take a 2CI cache style card, and for the 2X, 2CX, SE30. But all of those, they have the older 24-bit ROMs.
Oh,
And they don't know what to do with it.
Like, what are you trying to do to me?
Because those adapters were actually designed for like an 040 card.
Oh, okay.
So they can do the 040. They just can't go all the way to PowerPC. I don't really need a 2CI that has a PowerPC in it.
If
But
you
I would
wanted
like
a
to
crummy
know.
PowerPC, you could use a 6100.
Right, but I just want to know if the card works.
This one was 3. Yes.
Yeah, that's how I got the PowerPC card. I think it was included in the machines I got at BCF Midwest, but it's like, this may not work. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's where I got it, was BCF Midwest. And it was the one that was at the bottom of the pile, and it had a Daystar sticker on it. I was like, standing there with Garth, and it was like, oh, there's no way that's actually in there. So, but we uncovered the whole pile, and not only was the PowerPC card in there, this video card was in there too.
Ooh, I have one of those.
And it was $50. Here's what's weird though: is this card works, but if you wiggle it weird, it stops, and then if you like flex it, it comes back. I'm thinking maybe if I just heat it up and maybe it'll.
Yeah, there must be just a pin that's like not touching or something.
Yeah. Well, it does have also this transistor that looks like it's bent. So I'll have to mess with it. But it's
Yeah,
a cool card.
I
It's
got one.
from '94. It's like late, very late new bus.
Yeah, I got one of those in 6100. Somebody had an adapter in there
Yeah.
to support one of those, and I was thrilled just to have the adapter because I didn't have one, let alone the card. All the stupid 6100s I have G3 upgrades for them. I just didn't have that right angle adapter.
I got a Battery Bomb 2SI because I just wanted the case, and it came with an Ethernet card in the 2SI adapter, which is kind of hard to find.
Oh, perfect.
And it had the new bus, the version that actually has the FPU.
Oh, great. I had to find out where I put my little thingamajigs. That's the problem when you clean up, you lose things.
Yeah, I cleaned up the workbench, and I got this card.
Ooh.
Do you need help finding your floppy EMU, Steve?
And I wanted to
No,
put
I know
this
what it
on
is.
it. Everybody said put a heatsink on it, so I got a heatsink. And then I bought the adhesive pad that goes between here. And I can't figure out where I put it. So I can't finish this project because I'm missing basically a sticker.
I got this card recently. I didn't even open it yet. But it's, what is it? Some type of roster ops card. And it was on eBay pretty cheap because a cap fell off of it. And I don't know if you can identify it just by looking at it.
It's hard to see through the bag.
Yeah, I'll take it out.
This one has some SIM sockets, but I'm told that they don't increase the video memory. They do some kind of other function. I don't know. I think it's funny to have a big AMD chip on a Mac video card.
Yeah, here's the. Does it have a name on it?
If it's raster ops, they usually write something on the EEPROM. Is there an EEPROM label?
His name is Jonathan.
It says 8724XL IVI 1.3 or XL5 1.3 1991.
Oh,
That's
It sounds
chonky.
familiar, but I never got to do much with raster ops stuff back. Then I did all Radius and Apple stuff.
Yeah, the back has a little gouge where there's a trace, but nothing terrible.
I'm stuck. Oh.
Let's see where that cap is that fell off. Oh, here it is. C24. Oh, it looks like it's a different value. Oh, that's gonna be a pain in the butt.
Bingo!
You can probably find a photo online. Well,
That's
is
true.
the rating on the top of the cap one of those types?
Oh, okay, never mind. They're in parallel, so I could. It's a 10 microfarad, 16 volt.
PARALLEL. Parallel!
I love your brain, Joe.
I'm
Because
glad you do, because I don't. But
that's
all
how,
right.
that's how my brain worked too. See, I could test this, but then I'd undo all the cleaning I just did.
Oh. I got a 040.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Nice.
It has an LC in it, so that makes it good, right?
Sure. I have a bridge to sell you.
It's a 33 megahertz LC 040. I'll find a use for it eventually.
All right, I'm tapping out. I'm exhausted.
You didn't move a bunch of Molar Max around.
Hi,
No,
Retro Techie.
It's down there. I keep
Feel
it
it.
on the bottom on.
You got to collect Apple IIs, and then you don't have to hurt your back.
You should have told me that before.
Bye, Will. Thanks for having me on.
All right,
Joe,
okay, thank you.
Steve,
Bye, Retro Tech.
Adam,
See you
Bye,
Dave the
Retro Techie.
Boxer. See you later.
Oh yeah. Or you could collect these.
I think he
Yay!
does.
The
I got this
tiniest,
Mac Mini for $50.
the tiniest little solder needle I have should push through the damn. These two vias are on grounds, so I just had to poke it through to replace this hybrid board.
Oh.
There's just 2 that I have to do. I did the rest, and it took like 5 hours. I'm not exaggerating. The old one was made out of ceramic. It's now in pieces.
Oh,
See,
that's
Oh,
lovely.
wow.
it just like the slightest pressure was. First off, it took all the heat, so it was such a pain in the butt to desolder, and then it cracked. Oh, that looks
My
like a
3D
beautiful print.
My 3D printer got confused.
You got confused.
Yes.
Give me this glob though. So
Looks like it had a stroke, man. What happened?
yeah, I don't know.
Did you make it sad?
I moved the printer around and then it decided I don't print anymore. I just glob up and crash.
Me glob
I'm
now.
sorry, Adam. As the
No, it's
man
not-
who sold you the printer, I'm sorry.
Not your fault. I'll
I
fix
blame-
it. I think
blame
it's just a
Tom.
matter of adjusting it, or it's either that or this this bed got bumped when I moved it. It's on this rolly cart, and I must have knocked something out of whack. I'll figure it out. I was just the other night when it was printing that mess. I sat there and watched it print for like 10 minutes. Just okay, it's going, and then I left. I came back down and I found that all just like nightmare all over the bed and all over the side of the printer, and I was frustrated to say the least. So
That's fun to wake up to.
yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I was printing that. That was supposed to be a potato five blue scuzzy bracket, but I was printing it in green, and I was like all excited. Oh, I'm gonna have a green one of those, and then I had a big pile of garbage.
Well, that's your problem. You tried to print in the wrong color.
Yeah, well, it's hilarious because I printed a whole bunch in platinum PLA, and they came out fine.
Yeah, I had that problem.
I don't
But
know.
basically, I just had to adjust the heat of
Mhm.
that specific PLA.
Yeah,
I learned the
This is
hard
a-
way.
this is a blue scuzzy 1, and then this is 1.1, and then I printed one of these. Joe printed one of these, and I printed one of these SE
Oh, yeah,
Because
those
you-
are cool.
backplate things,
Yeah, those are very cool.
and then I
Nice.
printed a Mac Plus battery door.
Oh, neat.
Oh, neat. I have to.
Yeah.
I have to print one of those.
It has a little thingy. You got to be careful though. I'm still worried that I'm gonna, even though it's brand new, I'm worried I'm gonna bust off that latch. Oh, and I found a blue scuzzy I abandoned because I was frustrated at the solder wouldn't hold on that blue pill. This is my blue scuzzy bin.
You stupid Via.
Joe, what are you working on?
Frustration.
That's what I'm working on.
A Performer PLCL SE by Bola.
Ah,
And
There's a little-
these
little
are
happy
the
face on there.
hardest things to solder in place because
there's a
the
little face on
pad
that chip.
footprints are too tiny.
Looks like it's saying, ooh.
Ooh. I did that once. I put a
Trying
sticker
close
over
together.
like the SCSI chip of a Mac SE I was troubleshooting, and I put just like a white sticker that was completely the same size that I cut it for the top of the chip. And I numbered all the pins, and it was so helpful in diagnosing it and using the schematic because I can't count like more than like a few. Than me going, oh wait, was that the pin I just counted or not? And I felt so accomplished, and I had to peel the sticker off. I'm like, no.
One, two, three, four, five,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Someone counting pins again?
No, we're just being weird.
I know. It was a joke.
I got a couple of DB15 connectors.
Ooh. What are those going to be used for?
I need to make a replacement video cable for an Apple II RGB card.
Oh, okay. I might have an original spare one if it's the one with all the missing pins.
I have
Oh,
this,
never
and
mind.
it has that on it. So it's like it's an IDC. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's an 8x2 to a DB15, and I've gotten a couple of these cards cheap because they didn't have that connector, and everybody's like, "Well, it's worthless now." So I'm like, "I'll get them, and then I'll just make my own."
What does that card actually do? I've never seen it
So
before.
you get this to ribbon.
Oh, it's
Um,
a video card for what system?
For
Like
the Apple
what
IIe.
model?
Apple IIe only.
Oh, and what monitor does it plug into? The 2GS monitor?
You
It's
shouldn't
getting
do that.
100 text messages all at once.
Sorry.
So it puts out digital RGB, the same as a like a Commodore 128 maybe.
Oh, okay.
So there was an Apple M100 monitor that was designed to go with it, and then you can also use other stuff. But if you take, it's the same video output as an Apple III, the RGB on there. So if you take Joe's
Oh yeah.
Apple III universal adapter, you can turn it into analog RGB, and then you can use it with a 2GS monitor or other stuff, a CGA monitor, etc.
Neat.
Yeah, but it
Complaining error.
but it also gives you 64K because it replaces the 80 column card in a 2E.
Oh, that sounds kind of interesting.
One down.
So
A whole bunch more to go because these are an absolute pain in the ass to solder because they're made to be soldered with solder paste. And a hot
the other thing you can do is if you have Joe's adapters, since it makes it into 15 kilohertz analog RGB, you can break that out to 4 BNCs and use it with a Sony PVM
Oh,
in
that's
full
neat.
RGB. Yeah.
You could also throw it at like a 1084, an Amiga 1084, or any of those.
Yeah. Any kind of gooder, better.
Gooder.
Yeah, that's a good word. Like a good CRT from that
An
era.
Atari,
From,
an
like,
Atari
mid-80s.
monitor would work as well. An Atari RGB monitor. Any 15 kilohertz RGB monitor, it'll work. It'll just be like,
Joe, I also tested your adapter against a Taxan RGB CRT, and it worked on that. I had to build a cable though. It was one of those EIA J8, whatever, those VTR connectors.
Yeah.
We're Japanese. Pluggy. Yeah, on the Laser 128 puts out RGB, but it's analog, so it doesn't need your adapter. I had to. I was going to make a cable, and I found somebody who actually still had in stock brand new OEM Laser 128 video out cables.
Are you kidding?
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're actually built to work with the Taxan monitor. That's why I got it out.
This via is just not coming clean. What the hell?
What is C12?
I don't know.
Who does number 2 work for?
I can't even push the old solder out. It's ridiculous. It's right on the freaking ground plane. It just doesn't get hot enough. I feel like if I shove my soldering iron on here, I'm just gonna burn the silicon away.
You need one of those little silicon solder suckers.
Well, I have the the machine.
Yeah, but if you want to be gentle, you could just use heat it from one side and then use that little click one.
I have one of those, but I did try that. I think it's just very stubborn. I don't know what's going on with it.
What I think is funny is when you joined the stream, you said, "I'll stop by for a few moments." Basically, the chat died right after that.
Oh,
it's like 20 minutes ago.
I'm sorry, chat. It also is like 11:30 where I am almost. So people getting
Time's a
sleepy.
construct.
If you stay up for an hour or two more, then all the people in England start waking up.
That was a good thing when I was jobless and I would do streams. People were like, "Oh my god, I never catch one of these." And I'm like, "I don't sleep anymore." Wee.
I've been breathing these fumes for the last 4 hours, and we're just going to go all night.
Wee, solder fumes.
I clogged up my flux. Damn it.
Oh boy. This was my board. I would have thrown it across the room by now.
I got this cheap flux. All it says on it is tacky soldering flux, 5 grams. That's it.
I don't trust it.
Because I am tacky.
It sucks. So I don't really care that I clogged it up.
Tacky, 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 tacky.
Lux.
Love you, Joe.
I have my last little bit of Amtech flux. I gotta order more. Joe, what flux do you use?
I use ASM.
Ah. Could you send me a Linkadoodle when you get a chance?
I just use Amtech. Just use
Oh.
the
It's the same thing.
not the V2TF, the stinky version.
Mine's a V3 TF.
Yeah, I use
Mine's also a sample.
I use ASM TF.
Ah.
Yeah. The V2 and stuff has that weird smell to it. I don't like the V. I think the ASM works better. I don't like the V2 or the V3. That's the sample 88 type of stuff.
Yeah, I think that's
The
what
weird smell that it smells like Swisher Sweet cigarettes, and it makes me want to vomit every time I smell it.
Yeah,
I never heard of them.
No,
this is one of those samples, but it's the only one I have right now, so I'm putting up with it.
Yeah.
But the guest I had over was like, "That smells like candy." I'm like, "No, it doesn't. You're not supposed to smell it. Stop smelling."
Just like candy, made of Vegemite.
Vitamin VG.
Vitamin Vegemin.
Tastes like candy. I have to go grab something. I'll be right back.
That was a great episode.
Everything by I Love all of her work was great.
Oh yeah.
She was an absolute comedic pioneer. And every Star Trek fan loves her because she saved Star Trek.
Oh yeah.
Without
right.
her,
Desi
we wouldn't
Lou.
have had
Yeah. She really believed in that show. Yeah. So, yeah. That was awesome. We let's see, how long ago was it? Let's see, gosh, it's been
Because I'm tacky.
27, 17. Oh, it must have been 16, 17 years ago when we went to the
Yeah, those aren't.
California State Fair, and they had the Desilu studio there, and they had sets. They had the one from the where her and Ethel were eating the candy on the candy line,
Oh, that's a great one.
and they used to go up and they would let people go up and do it, and they would react to scene, and they would have to do the candies and wrap them and stuff. It was hilarious. My wife went up there and we were just bawling, laughing, and they actually let her keep one of the candies. They're like rubber, but it looks real. And so we went in and they go inside and you'd see all those sets. You saw their living room, you saw their kitchen. These were the actual sets that they used back in the day. And then it showed the Mertz's apartment, and it was pretty cool. And it was pretty neat. I had a lot of fun. That was probably one of the best state fairs we ever went to.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, they used to have really good stuff there, and since they changed it, it used to run a whole month. Basically, it would end on Labor Day, and but now they only run it. They switched the time on it. Now it's on the same time as the regular fairs, and they wonder why attendance is down.
Yeah.
Fella, yeah. So, but yeah,
We failed to be able to do math. Why does the math not work?
Math hard. Numbers
very
difficult.
hard. Math pretty hard.
Math man.
Oh,
Hmm,
come
I think-
on. I had it and then I didn't.
I hate when that happens.
And if it was my board, I'd say, I'll do this tomorrow. But no, I don't want to wake up and do it.
I think one lousy capacitor I need I didn't buy.
Uh-oh.
And it's just it's a 68 picofarad through hole capacitor.
Isn't that always the case? It's like the one oddball one you don't have.
And 0.68 is like 0.00004068 microfarad. Oh.
I'm working on my
They're good.
live
These
stream
are
for
the
Sunday.
worst things ever to solder. I am Joe, and I hate them.
Solder hot.
Can be.
Solder indeed hot.
I was waiting for Joe to say that.
Wait, doodad there. Ruby.
See, I didn't buy it. And I got a stack of invoices like as you this of things that I bought, and the one thing I need is not on here.
Of course.
And it's the one I need to go right here. That's the last thing I got to put on other than these three things.
Oh,
You
boy.
I know the feeling.
Because everything else is on the board except for that one capacitor and then these three slots I got to take
That's
off
hot.
the other board.
Sorry. I have an ouchie.
Let me see if it happens to be in this.
I have
back.
one more via.
You got one done?
Then it's bedtime. Yes.
Oh.
Bedtime? What's that?
I've only been working on this since like 1 p.m.
That's what you want to do.
Anyway.
Flux.
Sorry, stuff gets stuck in my head, and it's just there. It's there now.
Let me see if I may have it in my kit here.
That's how Joe's brain works.
Actual function, not
Do-
not guaranteed.
Joe, did you see this thing?
I love it.
That's great.
Is that
Look at
that
in
legit?
the back. Yeah, look.
It is legit.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was listed on eBay as just a Apple Disc 2. No notice of the Apple III-ness of it. The only thing that sucks is there's some stuff engraved on the back here, and I don't want to show it because it's somebody's name, driver's license number, phone number, and their social security number.
Oh, that's great.
Engraved in it?
Yeah, here, I'll
Really?
cover up the numbers part, and you can see an example.
That's weird.
It's like,
That's crazy.
They special.
yeah, I think I'll just make some kind of label and put over that. Make something that looks like a serial number or a school. Take one of those school stickers that's always on everything. Put it over it.
Put an asset tag on it. Yeah.
Adam's school for the gifted Apple II.
It's serial number 1013.
Oh,
They didn't
speaking
make
of
it
those
very
Apple
long.
II drives and that, they got quite a bit of chips in it that the actually that the Apple III uses.
Yep. Well, because the Apple III's disk controller system is basically identical.
The same thing.
Yeah. Even
Yeah,
has the
this
same
mechanism.
P5 and P6 proms on there and everything.
Well, you can tell the mechanism's close enough that they just took a disc 2 and they stuck a different analog card on it. The only real difference is that you can daisy chain the Apple III drives.
I somehow moved backwards. Yay.
What?
Somehow because I have to use this big ass soldering tip to like do this, and somehow just a tiny bit of solder got in the other two vias, which are so tiny on this damn portable.
So
That's a
fire-
portable you're working on? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I hate it.
Steve, I will send my condolences to your wife.
I have a portable that I need to work on too, and I just been delaying it. A nightmare.
I
You know how I
have.
solved mine? You know how I
Joe,
solved
do
my
you work on
portable?
portables? No.
I took my portable and I sold it to somebody as non-working. That's how I took care of that one.
That's how you took it.
So I got this FireWire. You guys have probably seen this FireWire to
Yeah, I
SCSI
saw.
interface. What's funny is it uses this really funky 5-pin mini DIN for power. And I was like, oh, great. And then it turned out one of my old broken OWC FireWire drives uses the same connector, and it was even wired correctly.
Oh, that's nuts.
So I just plugged it in and it worked. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I have an eBay search for those.
Yeah, that's what I had to alert me. And this came up finally. I bought one, but there are 3 on there. And I on Discord, I'm like, hey, everybody, these things are here. Thinking I'll allow the others to buy the other 2. And everybody was like, whatever. And then Eric was like, oh, that doesn't let you write. And then I discovered there's a little panel that you can break off, and there's diff switches inside there. And if you turn the first one on, it turns write mode on.
Oh, wow.
Adam, you're doing excellent work.
Yeah, just find stuff and buy it and then use it.
I'm not allowed to do that work. I get yelled at.
Steve, what did you buy again? Nothing, honey.
No, it's Steve. There are 5 packages at the damn door, and there's one outside. What the hell did you get?
Yeah, I have to go out of town next week, and there's going to be this Apple IIe show up while I'm gone. And of course, it's going to be a big box. What is this? Why did you order another thing? And there's 8 Apple IIs sitting in the living room already. So
It's just a sickness. It's fine. We're all mentally competent. It's fine.
actually, there's 10 because there's a 2C and a 2GS sitting there too.
Oh God.
Well, I had lined up all the 2 and 2 pluses, like the original ones, and to kind of I was doing an Adrian style where I was going through each one and then making a little post-it with what each one needs. And I was like, oh, it's like a little assembly line. And then I got bored of that, and they're still sitting there.
I got bored of that. I don't want to play assembly line anymore.
Well, 3 or 4 of them are missing working power supplies, and I hate power supplies.
Oh yeah, me too.
I mean, I have them. I don't feel like it.
I don't wanna.
I need to find a frame. I just need a frame. I don't need the internals for actually a Quadro 950.
I do not
Steve,
have that.
start digging.
I have one, but it's Mr. McIntosh's, and he's been very patient because I bought the chip to fix it and I lost it, so I ordered another one, and I got an email from the eBay person like 2 weeks after I bought it, being like, "Oh, we ship now," and it's supposed to get here like next month.
Yeah, I just need a frame. I just need the metal pieces. That's it. Because I have all the internals that are aftermarket. I'm doing an actually ATX mod.
I'll give you measurements. You can make your own. About
That-
20 feet long.
I'm not sure
by
what kind of
20 feet.
laugh that was.
no, I'm just not good at that. That's one thing I'm not good at fabricating.
I'll just get some wood and a saw. You'll be fine.
Adam did it.
Yeah.
What, my wooden compact Mac?
Yeah.
I love it.
It's an awesome thing for testing parts.
I want to do that with a Color Classic. I bought the harness and everything, but
Well, I gave Joe that 550 so he could test boards. I don't know if he still uses it.
Yep. It's sitting over there for the next time somebody sends me a board. Wait, somebody did. I do have a Color Classic.
how am I going backwards? Ah. This stupid needle worked on everything else except this one ground plane.
Well, usually ground and planes don't go together. That ends up in explosion.
Yes.
It's supposed to
Tell
be
that to-
airplane, not ground plane.
Tell that to the designers of this board.
It was a near miss.
Joe's jokes are dumb.
A collision is a near miss. They crash into each other. He said, "Look, they nearly missed."
Oh God.
All right, DigiKey is having trouble.
Oh, one of those companies
Sometimes
went
their
down.
website's just slow. It just
Was
doesn't.
was it Jameco that got hacked and they were down for like a month or two?
something
Recently?
like that.
No, like
Yeah, it
last
was
year.
late last year, their website was just offline for like a month.
Oops.
What is this box of stuff?
I don't know if they actually got hacked or they just had a physical server failure.
I lost the tool I was holding 10 seconds ago.
I don't think we ever found out any like what actually happened.
Oh, there.
there.
I got some Kingston 30-pin Sims that are 2 megabytes.
Well, you better watch out, Adam. That's a lot of memory.
They got PALs on them though, so these will work in a Mac 2, I think.
Oops, Soda Bridge.
I had to buy a 555 timer chip, and the only way I could get them quick was to buy a bag of 50 of them.
Wait, does this via actually go anywhere? Oh, it does. God damn it.
What? I found a floppy.
What's more
anyway.
frustrating, doing all the work realizing you didn't have to, or doing all the work realizing you have to keep working because it's not fixed yet?
Oh wait,
I
Yeah,
know
look,
this
there's-
portable is going to have other problems after this. I just do not want to find out.
I'll send you this little candy from my console 5 box. Mac 128 recap kit. No,
Why solder sad make me?
I don't know. Apple Dynacomp recap kit. No.
Could be worse, Steve. It could be unleaded solder.
Aztec
This is
recap
true.
kit. What is this? It's all the wrong recap kits. Here's a whole bag of reefer replacements, though. That'll come in handy.
Well, I got my power board done. Well, at least, sorry, not power board, but this motherboard.
Sweet.
That looks really nice, Will.
Yeah,
awesome.
all I got left are just these. But for me to take them off of this board, I have to use actually hot air. So I'm not gonna do that while I'm streaming because it'll be too noisy.
What?
Oh, for the three accessory sockets.
Yeah, for me to take these 3 out, I use hot air and my manual sucker. I could
Okay.
use the man. I could use my this machine, but the machine.
Mhm. Mm.
So I could try to use that, but I think that gets a bit too noisy too.
These vias are so tiny too. It's like I worry about breaking everything.
Well, I just put up the link for this next Sunday stream, so
Okay.
I'll send out the links tonight.
Yeah,
or tomorrow
all right.
morning. So
I think on that one, I may work on the actually I/O board for this, Lisa.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
IO board. I'm supposed to go crazy now. Did that actually clean that?
The I/O board is the one with the battery on it, right?
Yeah, that's the one of mine that's bombed. They're really trashed.
I got one right here. Just,
Yeah, that's the new one.
just fill them in.
Nice. Those look so pretty when they're all brand new.
Yeah, I like these boards too. They got gold connectors or
You know what I find funny
And-
of them? Look good at it. It's got this. It looks like it's got the original Apple font and logo and everything. Everything is exactly the way it should be.
yeah. I mean this
Even the
CPU
copyright.
board.
Copyright
CPU board,
infringement.
It's got
Where
that.
did you get those fine things from? Because me want.
These
Yeah.
are on actually GitHub.
Oh,
Yeah, you just got to get them printed.
Steve
You
has to learn how to print them now.
you go to Alex the Cat 123, and she's got a lot of Lisa stuff on there.
Ooh.
Alex the cat, we love you.
Oh, she done great work, boy.
Thank
She
you
done,
for your awesome work.
I love
Yeah.
how this has an on-off switch built in for the battery, as if that's going to stop it from destroying this board.
Boom.
Yeah, Alex the Cat 123.
All together?
If you happen to be going to it, Steve, because I see you looking at your monitor.
Yes. Projects. Well, there's no projects. Wait, what's going on?
You're on the right Alex one.
Under repositories. Me know how no GitHub dumb me go.
You and me both. Steve.
Alex the Cat 123. Yeah, and then you'll see
Every time I go to look up
Arduino file, Lisa PCBs, and all sorts of stuff. She's got a gal SCSI.
See, I got one of those. What are the Lisa widget replacement?
Widget.
The
I don't
guy
think-
was sold
I don't
out.
think she made a copy, but I think Mech Warrior does have it, or War Mech.
Yeah, this was.
Warhammer 40K.
I forget who it was, but because my brain is bad right now. But they made a replacement for it, and they were out of stock for a long time. So I emailed them and said, "Oh, let me find one for you." And then they were testing it, and they're like, "Well, it's defective." So I had to wait a few weeks for more parts. I said, "Okay."
Gib Parbs. Joe want Parbs.
Because the widget I have works, but I'm just afraid it's just gonna die like when I play with it. So that's what's stopping me from playing with it.
When I got my Lisa that came with a widget that did not work, and I tried everything, and then when I said, okay, well, I have nothing left to lose, I dismantled it and went inside it and unparked the head manually. And while the Lisa was still working, I booted it 50 times, and it was fine from then on.
That's great.
And what was sucked though is I thought, oh, it's booting, and I thought I was going to get like Lisa OS. Somebody had wiped it and put MacWorks on it.
No! Bad!
And it makes no sense because the machine does not have the XL ROM or that stupid square pixel mod or any of that. It's still a Lisa.
Yeah, mine has the mod, but it's disconnected. So
So it was still booting. So
Disconnected.
Mac OS was booting on it, but it looks wrong because it's got the wide pixels.
yeah, I had someone over and they were like, "Oh wow, you have a Lisa, I want to get one." I asked them, "What do you want to do with it?" They're like, "Oh no, it just looks cool." And I said, "Well, you realize you can only run like the software that Apple shipped with it. There was like no third-party software that nobody else made for it." They're like, "Yeah, but it's still cool." I'm like, "All right, whatever."
Good night, Eric.
Good night, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Bye.
When they say, "I want to tear the guts out and put an LCD in it and make it run Windows 10," you like go away. Get
That's when you call the police. Attempted murder.
I'd like to report a crime.
Yeah.
All right. Well, those are all on there.
There was somebody on Reddit or something that was like, "I have a G4 MDD that I want to use for a PC," and everyone's like, "No, don't do it," because people don't realize the PCI card slots don't line up with anything but an Apple board. And so, if you're using a graphics card or anything on those PCs, no. And what happened like a few years ago, there was a G4 a G4 MDD and a G3 blue and white case on Craigslist for like $20. And so I picked them up and I just curiously asked, hey, like, how'd you just get these cases? Oh, we went to make PCs out of them and then figured out it didn't fit. And we threw all the parts away.
Oh,
I'm like, do you still have the garbage pail? Because like that has processors and chips and things. Oh no, we threw it all out. I'm like, you idiot. Like I told you I'd pay for it. You just threw it all out. Oh
boy.
It might be in the city dump. You can go look there.
yeah, there's a lot of things in the city dump.
There's an ET cartridge.
Melting plastic on bench. Bad things. Okay.
It has the landfill's got like a Lisa and a Atari game and Commodore VIC-20. You can leave that there.
We're all connected.
I'm trying to just force down this connector because there's just the one pin that's not fitting, and then the plastic started melting on it.
Oh.
I mean, this one via is just so stubborn.
More
I
heat.
have that. That's right.
It's at 425 Celsius.
1600 Celsius.
Like there's already a little divot in the board. Thankfully, no one's going to see that. But holy crap!
Hey Steve, did you see this 3.5-inch external floppy drive that Garth sent me?
Oh, that's cool.
It's a Warp 9 Engineering Phaser 800.
Oh, that's right. The phaser. Didn't he have one, or you had the same one, or something?
No, I had one that was the same face. It kind of looks like an Amiga drive to me.
Yeah.
But he said it didn't work, and I still haven't worked on it. See if I can fix it. It's supposed to be an 800K.
That's neat.
Look at the connector that they cloned.
Oh,
See, there's no apple in the
I
little
know.
square.
I love it.
I like weird floppy drives.
Yeah, they're fun. All right, it's hot air time. Screw this. Sorry, Squeak.
I think that's what Will's doing too.
Hot air time. So you're going to turn on the news?
Yes.
I need to change the tip in my Hacko, and I can't find the little tool that it came with to unscrew the end.
Just turn it on, turn it up to maximum, lick your fingers, and start.
That's the Joe way.
I just have my microphone off while I do this, okay, so it doesn't bother y'all. So that's why you don't hear me.
That's fine.
Okie dokie.
It's actually
Being very
surprising you say
sleepy.
that, Adam, because I literally just did that with this iron to change my iron tip.
Ah.
That's why I dropped it on the bench and said melting plastic.
Yeah, the tip on mine just got too mangled. I gotta swap it out.
Yeah,
gonna,
they're tips. They're consumables.
yeah, I gotta recap the Atari 800, and I don't want to do it by hand with whip.
Yeah, you need a big old tip for that because those caps are a bit
chunky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find the recap kit right now, but I remember them being. I remember that bag being larger than like a Apple II power supply kit or a Mac 128 kit.
Now we see where. Why is it? Oh. Go back, plug, go. What the hell?
What?
Why does chest glow?
This hot air station just sometimes doesn't turn on for any reason. Can't figure it out. There it goes.
It's broken.
I just had to leave on the power thing for like 10 minutes. Ugh. All right, me mute because loud noises.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start making random loud noises, but not mute it.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh boy.
When you the most annoying sound in the world?
Guys.
Dumb and Dumber. I knew it, Joe. Oh my God.
God, my head hurts right now. I don't know why.
So you're saying there's a chance?
He's saying there's a chance. Samsonite. I was way off.
Just just got an email that says I should go drive for Uber. Yeah, okay.
What?
I don't know. It's spam that says go join Uber. Okay.
Click this link.
It says you were receiving this message because you opted in to receive emails. Yeah, sure I did. Okay, bye. Oh, what's this delete button do? Oh.
I still keep getting those links for like affiliates, for my channel, like feminine products.
I got one out.
Good. I have a separate email just for YouTube, my YouTube channel, and all I get is like, Joe Schmo has subscribed to you, or like there's a comment on whatever video, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't, the spammers haven't found that email yet somehow.
Yeah, I just crack up. I respond to them. I said, I just don't think that would really be a good fit, So thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, sometimes I get really tired of the ads too because it's the same thing.
You send them a screenshot of your analytics that shows the viewership is 100% male, and because it's just the way it is for some dumb reason on our content, and you're like, okay, like I think Kate is the rare exception.
Yeah, I think I've got 2% female subscribers, something like that.
Ooh.
I have 4%, Adam. Ooh.
Ooh, wow. Well, that's because you got more old ladies following you than I do.
I know that Dave and Joe know about this, but I mean, a while back I had PCBWay contact me about sponsorship and that, but actually Joe, I felt the same way. I don't want it. I don't want to have to owe anyone anything or that, and I want my own freedom, my own choice. So I opted not to do any type of
They
sponsorship.
have rules too.
I got it.
If you take that, you're not allowed to mention.
You got it out, great.
Oh,
Hot air works, man. I like
I'm
it
there
too.
at 450 degrees.
Uh-huh.
Tape everywhere.
Hey, well, if you take that PCBWay thing too, you're not allowed. It's not like you can't recommend another company. You're not even allowed to mention another company on your.
Yeah, well, that's why I opted not to go with anything. I mean, I'm not in this for sponsorship and freebies and this and that. I'm in here for me to have an actually good time, enjoyment of myself. All right, restore these things and work and enjoy it. I mean,
yeah, I understand why people take them, but I wouldn't. I mean, I don't have very many subscribers or anything, but I don't want to put ads. I do want to add a countdown though for the live streams because I realized why people were doing that, and it didn't occur to me before. But I got to create one of those.
yeah, I mean that's nice, and I would like to have like a countdown too, or well, not more of a countdown, but more like an intro,
Well, the reason
logo or something in that. But I'm not good at doing that stuff, so that's why I haven't made it.
I will.
I guess some people will see an ad during that time though. That's part of why you want to have it.
I'm sure one of us can make one for you, Will.
I
So-
will give you the template that I created, and I passed it along to other YouTubers. But it's a Final Cut Pro template. But essentially, all it is a logo, and then Final Cut Pro has these generators, and one's like just pixels. Oh no, it's a swirl, it's a bubbles or whatever. And then I added a pixelate thing to the bubbles and adjusted the opacity, so you don't even see bubbles. You just see like little dots. And then I adjusted it. So, I mean, my intro, basically, there's a logo, there's music, and there's a counter. But the whole graphic that swirls is just bubbles going from like 0% opacity to 100. And then that's it.
That's it. I want something simple and easy that the way I can put there instead of just actually, hello, this is Will. That will come later. But I mean, I need something eventually. But
Yeah, I put it there so I could get my pants on. I mean, make sure.
Do you just play that through OBS before you switch inputs, or?
Yeah, it's a special scene. So I have a blank scene that's just black. Because that's how I test to make sure it's actually streaming to YouTube. And then as soon as I go live, the black screen is there for a few seconds. Then I hit transition to the loading video.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to test this because this sits very proud. This little hybrid board,
What is that for?
the Mac Portable.
Oh, that's the same board I have. Exactly the same one.
And I'll show you a trick. What happens when you try and remove the old one? You make jewelry
Oh, geez.
Oh no!
because it's ceramic, so it absorbs all the damn heat.
What is that board for, though?
It's the most important
Pain and
board on the
misery.
whole damn board, whole damn thing. It regulates the voltages and such.
Oh, it's like a VRM. Okay.
Yeah. It's such an afterthought. It's such a dumb thing.
I think that board's ridiculous too because they wasted so much room on RAM chips.
You ain't kidding. It's got umpteen RAM chips on it.
Yeah.
I have the same board, but it's got so many broken traces. I haven't even gotten to it yet.
Here's a tip: don't put it in the ultrasonic cleaner; it'll make it worse.
No, I haven't. I have not
Ask
done
me
that
how
yet.
I know.
What if you put it in for 3 weeks like Joe?
Then it makes it better. All right, I'm gonna test the clearance of this. I'll be right back.
Ah!
Oh wait, you could see me do it.
All right, I'm going
Hi,
to turn
Joe.
off mic again because I'm going to be doing the actually machine.
I'm gonna go check my
Okay.
ultrasonic cleaner to make sure I didn't leave something in it. No, it's clear. I need a new retro bright tank so I can do a whole Apple IIe at once.
That'd be a big tank.
It'll flash fire Buffalo in 45 seconds.
I can fit an Apple IIc in it, and like I put the whole thing in, and I figured out a method where I can put point UV light at it from all 6 sides.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
So I don't have to do the top and then the bottom and all that. You just put the whole computer in minus the electronics, and it does the whole thing.
UV transparent
Okay.
glass.
Yeah.
Feels just like I have UV transparent glass. Oh
It's
wow!
actually
it just
a
fits.
big plastic like tub. It's clear.
I think it
Nice.
just fits in the socket.
Ooh. Crack.
No crack. Crack
Oh.
bad.
Was my ass showing? I'm sorry.
I watched a video today about the Sharp X68000, that Japanese computer that uses. It's very. I mean, not the appearance of it, but the electronics to it seem very Mac-like. Like it has a reset and interrupt button, like a old Mac, and it has an ADB-ish keyboard with ports on the keyboard for where you can plug in a mouse. I thought it was pretty cool. I never really knew much about those.
Yeah, I think that's where the Ross Scuzzy project started.
Yeah, they actually the video I watched, the guy was explaining that up to a certain point they were using Sassy, which is the predecessor of Scuzzy, and then on the one he had in the video is the first version that had Scuzzy on it.
That's very
Yeah.
sassy of the computer.
Yes, Sassy is Shugart Associates system interface, and they had to rename it when they made it a standard because you can't have a company name in a standard.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So Scuzzy 1 on like a Mac Plus is basically Sassy. That's why it's a
Oh,
little
interesting.
weird. Yeah.
All right. I am putting this to the side. And now I go sleepies.
Okie dokie.
Bye, Steve.
Yay. But first, look. I didn't mess it up. Wait, that's cardboard. Don't look at Joe's box.
What? What's
That
this
looks
box?
good, Steve. Wow.
Very spacious.
Yes. If only that damn pole wasn't in the way.
Well,
What?
take a saw to it.
Yeah, Joe, I don't need that
I have
pole,
Joe's
right?
box right here. What are you talking about?
Dance.
Joe, that pole is optional, right?
There you go.
If having a first and second floor and attic is optional, then yeah.
I only have one floor. Otherwise, I would fill the other one up.
I have Joe's box right here.
Joe's box.
That
I
sounds
keep
like-
all the goodies that Joe sends me in the box because otherwise I lose the goodies.
Well, I lost one of the boxes and then I found it, and it was Blue Scuzzy 1.1s.
Perfect for a Mac Plus. Oh boy. Well, thank you, Will, for having me. I know you're muted, so no worries. But good luck with your Lisa. Oh no, he's putting down the gun.
I'm here. Yeah, no, well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. It's always nice to get the actually support from everyone.
Of course, of course.
So, and yeah, I'm gonna keep on working on this, Lisa, and see. Hopefully, it will come
Oh my
back
God.
alive. I hope.
Oh,
If
All right.
not, well,
Good luck.
I'll keep on trying at it.
I know you will.
So, anyway, okay.
All right, take care, everybody.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye,
Bye,
Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Bye,
Night.
Steve.
Night.
How is everyone else doing?
Belligerent and numerous.
Well, it's just us four. I don't. And there's 4 people watching. So.
Yeah.
I'm just here holding your hand, Will. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm just
just
trying to
looking
get
for
these
parts.
sockets out of here, and then I want to try to finish this board off. So.
Yeah, I have to work tomorrow. I normally don't work Saturdays, but I have to. Well, I don't have to. I offered to. Somebody's
Uh-huh.
out sick, and I said, "All right, I'll come in for a half day." and
No.
Because I retired as of January 1st, working on Saturdays at my job, so I just work 4 days a week. But
Yeah, but if you're retired, you're still going in every day, aren't you?
oh no, I still work. I just retired from Saturdays.
Oh, okay. All right. You retired from the weekend.
I have
okay.
to.
That's a great way to tell the boss, I'm not coming in on Saturday anymore.
Yeah.
I gave him. I told him that 2 months ago, and I said, "Oh, by the way, when January 1st is here, I will no longer be on Saturdays. I have too much stuff going on." And I said, "I've always worked Saturdays, no
He said,
more."
what?
And he goes, "Okay, no." And then, so what I'm doing, I'm working this Saturday and maybe next Saturday, but that's going to be it. No more.
Yeah.
Hey, Will, I just found my Lisa 800K ROM that I got a while back.
Oh. Yeah. On my board is the actually 800K.
Mine still has the 400K in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm going to change that. I kind of want to fix the 400K drive and leave it.
Mine has special K.
That's
It's
I like
crunchy.
Special K.
appropriate.
Yes, Reba. Oh, you're
Apple
so
2GS
festive tonight.
cap kit. I might be able to use that.
Yes, Reba.
Joe, if you had a 2GS and it was being kind of flaky where it comes on, but then it's sort of like the video goes wah, and then it turns off, and then you leave it a while and it goes back on, would you think, and you know the power supply is good, would you think the caps on the main board would be suspect?
Highly unlikely. There's only like 2 electrolytics on that board,
Okay.
like 3.
Well, I have a 2GS PCB cap kit here, and it's got something like 15 caps.
Really?
Yeah, like
Okay.
I mean, I know there's one big cap on there, but I guess there's others. I don't know. I got a SC30 cap kit.
I wouldn't suspect that. No.
Okay. Well, I can't figure it out otherwise.
Is it a very early ROM 1?
It's a ROM 1, but I'm not sure how early it is.
Because there was that whole thing with some of the early ROM 1s had bad VGCs.
No, it is not. It is not an early VGC because Petter keeps bugging me every time I get a 2GS because he wants one of the defective ones. So I check them every time. It's the fixed version. I found my bag of solder tips, but I haven't found the little tool to change them.
All right, well that's assembled.
Oh, and I found a Lisa pot. I need another one of those though.
Hey.
Damn it! I don't know where that Atari thing went.
It went to Mount Fuji.
Hey,
It's snowing on Mount Fuji.
it's always snowing on Mount Fuji when you play pole position. And a box of Apple II cards. That's very exciting.
GoDaddy wants me to do things. No.
GoDaddy.
GoDaddy.
Found a box full of parallel cards. That's useful. Printer interface for the Apple IIe. Exciting.
I am trying to find anything. The gentleman sent me an email. I'm trying to find anything that will allow me to attach an old Mac SCSI hard drive.
I have a
Plug it
thing that turns it into FireWire and USB. And impossible to find.
He needs it to attach to a recent or current Mac via some current port. Yeah.
If he has a PCI slot, he can use a SCSI card. And then probably do read only, but he'd have to do it on a Mac.
Well, yeah, that's what he's asking. He wants a Mac. He has an old Mac SCSI drive, and he needs to get the data off of it onto a modern Mac.
Well, one of these. But it took me over a year to find this.
Gotcha. So, meaning he ships you the drive and you do the data for him. Got it.
I mean, if somebody wants me to get data off a SCSI drive that's a Mac drive, I can do it. I don't mind. You can also use a there are adapters that'll turn SCSI into USB, but they're really picky. Like these things.
Shoot.
What?
These things here.
Yeah.
This one's a HD50 and this one's a DV25. These are really finicky though. They were designed for stuff like zip drives and jazz drives.
Yeah.
Where'd that thing go? How did I lose the cap kit? Found another Apple joystick.
Is there a tool on a modern Mac that you can use to mount images from a Blue SCSI natively in the operating system?
Well, the thing I just showed you, but
No, I mean disk images.
oh, like if you put the SD card in the Mac and then
Yeah.
Yeah, an emulator should be able to do that, like Basilisk or one of the Mac emulators. I think they use the same HDA format, where they can release, read, and write it.
And you can copy it out of that onto the modern Mac, the actual files, and get it out of the HD image onto the Mac itself. I know a Windows tool that can do it, but I don't know if a Mac tool that can do it.
I know that I've done on a Mac emulator, like an OS 9 emulator, where I've done you mount the Mac itself as a drive. It just mounts as a Unix drive inside the Mac emulated environment, and then you can you can just determine where the path to that volume is, or that directory, and then you can drag stuff in and out of the emulator through that.
Okay.
You'll probably lose resource
forks. Yeah.
Because the Mac really doesn't do that anymore.
Yep.
Oh, goody.
Well, I'm gonna head out for the evening. It is
You want one of these?
Me too. I
Here you
have
go.
to go to work
All
tomorrow.
right, folks. Yeah. Well, then let's. I got more time out of this than I was expecting. I mean, I appreciate that from y'all.
Oh, no
I
problem.
mean, how long were we on here for? Gee, I don't even see a counter.
Three
I don't.
3 hours,
3 hours and
44 minutes.
Oh
45
damn!
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Damn.
didn't join until an hour and a half in, and I've only
Yeah.
been here for
Glad
a
I was
couple
able
hours.
to
So,
jump in.
but yeah, I mean, this is. I liked how far I got with this board. I mean, the only thing left are these sockets, and I already have two of them off. So
Cool.
I'm doing the last one now, and then I put them on, and then this board is done. Then I have a
Cool.
brand new Lisa motherboard.
Nice.
So, and then Sunday on your stream, Dave, I guess I can work on the actually IO board. I have most of the parts, so I'll go and sort them out and label it and have it ready, so I can work on that.
Cool. Yeah,
Most of
that'd
the
be neat.
chips on that are socketed, right?
Huh?
On the IO board, the original board, it's mostly socketed, right?
Some things are socketed, not too much. I have one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things are socketed. The rest aren't. But most of the other ones I actually have new. So
All right.
but yes, I am gonna socket everything though. So
Cool.
I bought bukus of sockets. So I ended up sorting all that today.
I'll watch you do that Sunday. That sounds like fun.
So yeah, Sunday I'm gonna start on this one, and we just keep on going at it. I mean, I've got two of the IO boards I need to do, and I don't need to do the actually CPU boards. Well, I'm gonna try not to have to do them. I want to try to keep some things actually original. But the way this was, there was no way I could keep this original. This was too much.
Too melty.
So I'll just a lot of corrosion on it. So, but anyway, y'all, thank you so much for joining in the stream. I appreciate that. So,
Sure.
Thanks for letting us come in.
and
Yeah.
anytime.
It's the
I mean,
Muppet Show! Ah!
it's my first nighttime live and first time that I used actually StreamYard to make it open to other people. So I'm actually learning it. So I'm still going at it. Hey,
Okay.
you're gonna
pretty easy. Yeah.
Poking Joe.
who you gonna poke now, Adam? Huh? Or are you gonna pick it inside Dave's ear? Pick out that
All right.
microphone.
There, now you're a puppet. Put it in Dave's ear. All right, sorry. No, this thing is just, I don't know why it's funny. It's just funny.
There it is, right
I
there.
don't have one of those.
I have to order something from Joe to get one of those cool.
Got to order
stickers.
stuff from Joe, and I've
get us
ordered
cool
so
stickers.
many blue scuzzies.
You don't have to order stuff for me to get the sticker. All you have to do is remind me in a way that I don't forget, and I'll just send you one.
I'll remind you Sunday. How's that?
Yeah, perfect. Remind
All right.
me and then send me a private message.
Every hour, put a message and in actually Discord. Joe, send me a sticker.
Twing, twing.
Anyway, all right,
Yeah.
folks. Thank you again, and you all have a good night. Well, we will call it a night, and I'm looking forward to Dave's show on Sunday.
See you all
Okay.
there.
Yeah. See ya.
All right, bye bye, everyone. Take care.
Muppet Show! Ah!